Hello everybody, for the first time on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. This is a momentous occasion. This is a monumental live stream right here. Not just because of what we have going on in the game, but because of what's happening right now. This is the first time I've ever multi-streamed to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And this is kind of what I want to do going forward. There's a lot to learn. I'm definitely already a little overwhelmed just because things aren't quite working exactly how I hoped they would. But I think it should all be fine. Man, I thought I had more that I wanted to say, but I guess not. I guess I just ran right through it. So yeah, let's just get going here. We'll move over to the game screen because that's the other reason why it's such a momentous occasion right now, is because we have a chance to make history. No team in MLB history has ever won 6 World Series titles in a row, and that's what we're going for. We have absolutely just sped through the 6th season of the White Sox March to October. And we're already in the playoffs. I actually already played the first game. I got a little overzealous and played the first game, the ALDS. So that means we have 10 games between us and another World Series title. And on top of all that, we're riding a 44-game postseason winning streak going back to season 2 at this point. So 4 seasons we've had this winning streak. So we got to look to maintain that. We got to, win our World Series. And we gotta achieve baseball immortality, I guess. So, one of the reasons why this whole multi-streaming thing isn't working exactly like I hoped is because it doesn't put the chat on screen for me in the same way. So I gotta figure out a different way to read chat. Twitch works normally, but then YouTube, it's a separate thing. I think I actually just figured something out here. I think we'll be good. And yeah, I took, for anybody who might send a message and not see it pop up on screen, I took that off just for today, the chat overlay, just because I didn't learn how to combine chats. I don't even know if it's allowed to combine Twitch and YouTube into one chat. I was looking into it a little bit, and things were saying it was against the terms of service or whatever, and I don't want to mess up on my very first stream, so we're just not going to do that today. But anyway, first question I'm seeing, Michael Dennis, he's asking, am I going to do the White Sox again for 25? So I guess the short answer is no, not in March to October, but I do plan on doing a franchise mode with the White Sox, and that'll probably get started a couple weeks after the game came out, just so the rosters have a chance to get updated and everything. But I'm still going to play March to October. It'll just be with a different team right off the bat. And I'm not going to do multiple seasons. But anyway, let's get going here, because we've got, 10 games doesn't seem like a ton, but it could take a while to get through. We've gone 4 hours the last 2 days to get through the regular season. I'm expecting no less than 4 hours today to get through the rest of this playoff run. So let's just get to it. Let's go right to it here. We've got a 3-2 lead to protect against our division rival KC Royals. And there we go. Moving myself down. Nothing broke. That's the other thing. If you guys noticed any lags, any weird looking things, let me know. Other than that, I think we should be good. I did have a weird sound issue yesterday, and I have no idea what caused it. I thought it was my headphones, but I went back to the recording, and it was actually something with the game. So, kind of just crossing my fingers, hoping that doesn't happen again. So we got, I'm looking at 2 chats here, but we actually got basically the same type of thing in both chats. Low Moonlight on Twitch, he's asking any idea what team. Kyler in the YouTube chat, you say you vote for the Rockies. The Rockies are a possibility. It's pretty much come down to the Rockies and the Marlins, but it'll be whichever team is ranked lower between the two. I'm assuming, there's no way the White Sox won't be the 30th ranked team again. But whatever team comes in at 29, just because I don't want to do the White Sox again, and I'm guessing it'll be between the Marlins and the Rockies. Or maybe it'll be a surprise team. Maybe it'll be a surprise contender for the second worst spot. Jake Eater, though, he's actually very low on energy here, so I probably won't be leaving him in. I think we can bring in whoever we want here. Did they have a runner? They do have a runner on second, so we're going to go back to the strategy that we employed last postseason. We're going to bring in Yohan Duran immediately because he's got that high clutch rating. Hopefully should be able to shut this down, keep these runners at second. You'd like to see the Rockies one get them their first World Series? That could, I mean, I think either option could be fun. But the Rockies definitely, I mean, I've always kind of liked the Rockies. Rocktober could be electric. That's the other thing, though, I forgot to mention, is I will be doing it on GOAT difficulty. So I'm not gonna sit here and be confident and say that we're gonna win a World Series, especially if we're using one of the worst teams possible, because I have no idea what GOAT difficulty is gonna take. Like, I know I've had a lot of success, and that's actually a perfect way to start. 1 pitch, 2 outs. But I know I've had a lot of success on Legend, so you think I'd feel pretty good? I really don't. I really don't feel good at all going into GOAT difficulty. If we do the Rockies, you get credit. If you want the credit. I know there's been somebody commenting for like a year now on like 30 different videos asking me to do the Yankees, and I kind of feel bad that I haven't done the Yankees yet. It's just there's nothing that like interests me about going out of my way to do the Yankees, you know? Like, if we get to the Yankees, we get to the Yankees, because that's another one of my plans for next year is since I don't plan on doing multiple seasons with the same team, I plan on doing multiple different March to Octobers with different teams. That'll be right here on stream, so stay tuned. Okay, man, come on. We don't need to be swinging at that. We don't need to be swinging just because a pitch is thrown. I didn't even realize who's on the mound. This is Nats March to October legend, Cade Cavalli. You heard from the creators who tested the game that GOAT was insanely hard. I heard that too. I did also hear, I forget who said it. I also forgot for these first 2 outs to change my controller settings to batting. I heard they were playing on like really laggy TVs too, so that would make it even extra difficult. You'd love to see me do the Guardians, but that's also that's the biased Cleveland fan. I mean, like I said, my plan is to do a bunch of different teams one season, and I want to do, how am I missing that? I want to do it live. I want to live stream all these different March to Octobers, and I kind of just plan on picking the team at random. So if we get to enough teams, then, you know, hopefully I'll do as many as possible.
Top of inning number 7, so up now for Kansas City, MJ Melendez.
Ooh, you know what I just realized I forgot to do? I mean, not like it's a huge deal, but I normally like to turn the music down slightly after the whole countdown screen. You know, that's the other thing I'm sacrificing with doing this whole multi-stream and not really figuring out my back-end layout yet, is I can't really see easily how many people are watching. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing not to be able to glance over and see how many people are here. Maybe it just means I can focus on the game, you know? It seems like after that first inning of hitting, I definitely need to keep my focus on the game. Did I have anybody else warming up? I don't think I did. Let's make sure we get a safety net for Duran out there. And I guess, yeah, okay, I forgot. I left Johnny Castro in the starting rotation, so Dustin May is available out of the bullpen, so I'm going to get him loose. Especially since we had to use Crochet for 2 innings last game. What's the first thing I'm doing for early access? Well, I'm going to be live, first of all. I'll be live streaming right when early access drops. And I've kind of made it like a personal tradition to like immediately open up all my pre-order packs and stuff like that, build a team solely from those packs, and then play my first ranked game like right away. So that's my immediate plan. But then after that's out of the way, with what they were showing today on their feature premiere stream, there's 2 White Sox rewards in the Diamond Quest mode, and I feel like I might have to go after that first. That Diamond Quest mode was already looking kind of fun to me when they were showing it off, and then I saw that one map had Noah Schultz as a reward, and the other map had a White Sox Garrett Crochet as an award. Seems like a couple of good lefties to not only build a team with, but like, they're both my guys. They're both White Sox. Sounds like a plan. Can I just call you Low instead of reading out Low Moonlight every time? Or do you want to be Moon or Light or Moonlight or 5 or 2 or 1 or 9? You got a lot of options. Low-key feel like all righty hitters are going to be valuable early on. They definitely were showing off a lot of lefties. A lot of lefty pitchers, I mean. So righties might, like you say, might be pretty valuable. You never play... Low is fine. You never play online, so Diamond Quest looks crazy fun. I mean, I like online, and I kind of hope to be playing even more online, and specifically ranked, than I did this year. But yeah, when they were showing off Diamond Quest, I think that looks like a very fun mode. Plus, if the rewards are good, then, you know, makes it even better. I did not realize we walked that last dude to get Bobby Witt up, but it doesn't matter. We put him away. Is my franchise only going to be for streams, or am I going to make videos too? So yeah, the franchise won't be streams. When I start franchise mode, that'll be just videos. And then the first March to October I do, like we were talking, could be with the Rockies. That'll be videos. And then from that point on, it'll all be streams. And I have some ideas to maybe turn those March to October streams into videos. At the very least, I'll be uploading the you know, stream footage onto the other channel. But I might do something where I edit it down. We'll see. Did Fletcher just go deep? I think he did. That should have been a no-doubter. He obliterated that ball. Fletcher is so good. And that was so nice to get that extra run of insurance right there. I'm hitting again, guys. You're liking this so far? What difficulty do I usually play franchise on? Also, thanks for calling the homer nice. But, I actually haven't played franchise in a while. So, I'll probably, I mean, I plan on, if I'm doing anything offline, I plan on it all being on GOAT difficulty. But we'll have to see. If it's like ridiculously tough and I can't play, I'll probably bump it back down to Legend. But the plan is to be on GOAT for the franchise too. No specific event rewards feels bad. What's the point of events? I completely agree with that one. That's like the one thing from today's stream that I didn't like was no event rewards. I mean, I would assume, I don't think they showed off a ton of the ways to make progress in that multiplayer program, but I'm guessing there's probably some event-specific missions to do, and that's probably why you'd play events. I guess building up a streak and going, I guess you don't have to go 10-0, but at least 10-1 in events to get a live series diamond that has some value. But yeah, I don't know. I think I like the multiplayer program concept, but I think for events you still need to have the win-based event rewards.
He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That was a much better swing than I felt like it was. I just moved it too far. I'm curious just to see what we're doing on each platform right now. Shows me, oh man, we've got like You got like 9 or 10 viewers on YouTube right now. You guys have shown up. Okay. I was curious to see which one. I mean, I don't know. I guess I should have assumed my YouTube would attract more viewers, I suppose, just because, you know, that's my main platform. That's where everybody is. Keep the event reward, but make the special player card worth 5 stars to motivate people. Yeah, I mean, I just think, I can't remember when they changed the events to how they worked, like the last year, where it was like kind of a program but based around wins. But before that, they used to kind of have it where it was like just a win threshold. Like there was no, you know, packs in between getting the main cards. It was just kind of like, here's the event, you can put a streak together, and then once you get to 15 wins, here's that reward, and then get to 25, here's your next reward. I feel like they could go back to that, because like if the rest of it's part of the multiplayer program, I'd still like to see an event reward. You still don't need all the packs and stuff in between. What I'd really enjoy would be like way back when they first started events, which was MLB 17. They also had streak-specific event rewards. So you had like your 30 event win reward, but you also had, if you went 12-0 or got 12 wins in a run, there was a different reward. Oh, why am I taking that? That was just a good pitch, actually. Montgomery's got a homer today already. Am I going to do more theme team stuff this year? I mean, I don't see why not. If I end up streaming as much as I hope I do, and playing as much Diamond Dynasty stuff on stream as I hope I do, there should be a lot of different, you know, team concepts and stuff like that that I get to. It all just comes down to whether or not I stay consistent with the streaming. That will drive in another run. I wasn't sure if 36 speed would do it. But yeah, I mean, talking about being consistent, these last 3 days have actually been really good. Like, it could not have gone any better for me trying to stream this one more season of the Sox March to October leading into MLB 25, because, like, I don't know what it is, but like these last couple days, and look at Colin Houck just putting this game away. These last couple days have gone better for me personally live than it did before. Like, I just, for whatever reason, feel way more comfortable, way less tired. Like before, I would be 2.5 hours up and I'd be like, oh my god, I gotta be done, I'm exhausted. Last 2 days I've gone for 4 hours and felt like I could keep going. Day 1 Diamond Quest grind and selling all the diamonds you get. That, I guess I didn't pay enough attention, because the Diamond Quest that they kind of like dove deep into was just the tutorial one. That was like last week or whatever. I thought those rewards were unsellable, but maybe I missed it and they said the rest of them would be sellable. I don't know. You're collecting all the Guardians day 1? Would they have any diamonds besides J-Ram? I can't think of what the Cleveland roster is looking like these days at the top end.
2 out, space is empty.
Because Naylor's gone.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center.
They said they're sellable minus the starter. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, I'm curious to see the whole like percent chance drop rate and all that sorts of stuff that they were showing off. Like in that starter Diamond Quest, they were like, you know, 100% for the lower one and then like 85% for the higher one. But for those other maps, if I'm going for Noah Schultz and Garrett Crochet, is it going to be like 20% chance? So like I'll finish the Diamond Quest and it'll only be like a 1 in 4 chance that I end up getting who I want. And then on top of that, there's 2 rewards instead of just 1. So it's like, is it a low % chance you even get 1, and then from that point it's a 50-50 coin flip if you get the one you want? Jose and Chase are probably the diamonds. Oh, Clase. Clase. I read that as Chase, and I'm like, who is Chase on Cleveland? But no, Clase makes sense. I don't know why I was forgetting about him. You're going full Cubs as soon as you get the game mid-April. Can't play it any earlier due to your job. I mean, that's fine. Probably. Because then, I mean, you know, if you know you have to wait, then it's like, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to see the upside, but there'll be more content in the game. The rosters will be updated by then, I'm sure. Because I know sometimes, like, day 1 the rosters aren't like fully up to date with how they should be. Why are we having trouble here, Dustin May? I brought you in because we gave you a 5-run lead and I thought you could just coast us till the end. You were wondering how that worked too, because you want that Bazana, the same level as Schultz. Yeah, I don't know if you get both. I don't know if you get one or the other. I feel like it wouldn't be both. Or you know what? Actually, I do remember. I do remember noticing on the bottom, it said there was like 2 stadium things, or 2 stadiums on the map. However that works, 2 stadium challenges. So maybe one stadium challenge is for Crochet and the other one's for Bazana. That would actually make the most sense. That's probably how it is. Roster day 1 update, Crochet, yeah. Because we still, since this was not the updated roster when I started this, Crochet is a closer. We had Dylan Cease still on the team, so that means no Drew Thorpe. I thought May might have been able to get out of it since he got that double play. Is Hayes going to hose him down at second, though? Okay, what was that send? It's okay, we're still up 4. We love the fact Elliott's a day 1 diamond. That's probably the best part about being the cover guy, is you know you're gonna be a diamond and you're gonna stay a diamond. They've definitely had a couple cover athletes over the years that throughout the course of that season probably did not deserve to remain a diamond, but they had to be.
Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Alex Lang getting loose out there.
I mean, not saying Ellie doesn't deserve to be a diamond. I just realized maybe that's how that came across. I'm just saying, you know, if he goes out and doesn't quite have a good year, at least you know his card's going to be a diamond still.
Gets it to first. One up, one down. Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. Switch hitter batting right. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty.
Is that gonna? No. That's actually the other thing, just gameplay wise. I'm really excited to see how it plays and how it feels, is the new changes they're making to infielder fielding, reaction times and all that. Like, I really think that's going to make a lot bigger of a difference than we might even think right now.
That's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Glad I'm streaming gives you something to watch while you wait in anticipation. Gives me something to do while I wait in anticipation, so I feel you. I am kind of glad, though, that, you know, these last couple days I've just focused on streaming, because I feel like every year I'm like frantically trying to finish up whatever series I'm in the middle of, and, you know, rushing to do that stress. But here it's just like, I'm just going to sit here and stream it instead of trying to push out one more, you know, or a couple more edited videos. All right, May, let's go ahead and finish this one out. You know, I actually, last night, too, I played a game of Ranked on my own. Just because I was like, you know what, I haven't played Ranked. I haven't played against a real person in probably over a month at this point. So I wanted to make sure I still had it, you know? And I did. I did. Felt good. Probably shouldn't be throwing this 3-1. Yeah, bad call.
Something going. This is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Okay, why is Dustin May not inspiring too much confidence right now? He's letting guys get on. He gave up a run. That looked good, with the fact that the guy got around on the fastball before that I didn't like. Can we maybe just get a grounder, double play, end this one? Move on to the sweep. Okay, well that eliminates that.
Melendez into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Come on, May. I'm gonna have to get Crochet loosening up or Munoz or somebody, because now this is actually a save situation.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit.
I think this proves it was a good move. I'm gonna get Crochet loosening up, but I think this proves it's a good move to not leave May in the starting rotation. All right, there we go. Forgot to talk about, though, when we were talking about, you know, Guardians collection rewards, but I feel like that's another thing it's pretty safe to go after for me day one, is finishing the Sox collection, because I don't think that's going to be too difficult this year. I think Luis Roberts going to be, I mean, he might not even be a gold, really. They showed off his live series rating, and it was only, I think, a 77. So if that's like a 1-to-1 crossover, he won't even be a gold in Diamond Dynasty. And even if he's a silver, he might be the only silver. It'll be him and then a full binder of bronzes and commons. Probably costs like 1,200 stubs to finish the whole collection. All right, one game to the sweep of another ALDS. That's now 45 straight postseason wins with these White Sox. And if we can pick up one more and sweep, I think that's 11 straight sweeps. You think the highest live series is the same, if not one overall lower than the collection reward? That's an interesting theory. Ooh, 20 packs. Cool. Can't wait to not open them because they don't matter anymore. I mean, I'm thinking about what you're saying, Lo. The collection reward, I feel, definitely has to be at least higher than the highest live series in the collection, but I've never thought of it as being like it automatically is the same or one higher. But I think I get what you mean. Another one with a one-run lead here. We got to go on the road, because if we keep winning every single game as we have been, we'll never wrap up a series at home again. Okay, there we go. We'll skip through all the cinematics because we gotta get a move on. I've been live for a half an hour already. We've only gotten through one game. I think I was right about about how long I was thinking this might take. All right, I'm hoping Schuster can give me this inning here.
Right down to shoot. And that's
It's not a good spot for the first pitch.
Coming up, already giving up a home run in this inning. Gonna really have to bear down.
and that one fouled off. With the time.
I think it also goes with the amount of diamonds and golds because the Dodgers have like 6 diamonds. I mean, yeah, the collection rewards are definitely, you know, better or worse depending on what the collection, like how good the collection is.
That's inside.
Definitely is swinging this slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to operate it.
But I think, I mean, I never looked for myself, but I think yesterday somebody told me that the Sox collection was an 80 overall Eloy. So I think also the collection rewards won't go any lower than a gold, because I'm guessing the Sox would be the easiest collection, so the worst collection reward. That was nice to double up Bobby Witt Jr.
As a former player, watching 5 different plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Duran in the box with 2 gone.
Oh, that was you. Okay, I was going to say, I knew somebody told me, and I don't remember who it was. But you do. So thanks.
Vocal the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind,
I think that could actually be a good card, though.
as to the conviction in the call.
Like, if it's a completely hitting focused Eloy, because obviously he's not going to be great in the field. You know, maybe everything contributing to his overall goes into the hitting. Throw him at DH. That could be a real solid gold card to have.
And that's off the inside edge.
But yeah, I mean, I always make it a habit to
That's a tough
get all the White Sox cards and play with the theme team, so that's also going to be a focus
guess.
one way or another.
Bounce to the left side.
Gotta remember, I'm not up by 5 again, so we actually gotta lock back in at the plate.
Late bite on that slider, got the hitter out in front.
His hitting stats do look nice. Yeah, I didn't even think to go and look at it.
Jordan Lawler, 1 for 2.
Hopefully the Reds make the playoffs this season. I'd be up for that. I mean, I do root for the Brewers in that division personally, but I don't mind the Reds. That's still the last MLB game I ever went to, was in Cincinnati.
He won away here in game 3.
It was a cool park. I never really had Great American Park on my radar as being like one of the nicer feeling parks, but I really liked the atmosphere and everything there.
He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
The line to kick the pitch.
I think I might have been on that if I just swung the bat. I don't know why I didn't swing the bat.
So up next for Chicago, Spencer Jones.
Did I also see that McKenzie had 13 strikeouts on me after that one?
Hit the
That could bloop. No, it's not going to. Oh, it almost did.
makes the play.
I wish you would have just gotten there instead of made a diving play on that and give me some hope.
That'll fire up the dugout. Time to go hit.
Oh, it went through his glove. Nice.
Set for the last half.
How many ballparks have I been to? So, both Chicago, Milwaukee,
And they are available.
Cincinnati,
But this is a guy
St. Louis.
on the ball, and it's kind of different from the players
That might be it.
day in, day out.
I think that's it. Or no, Minnesota Twins.
He gets the barrel to a lot, and that produces more base hits.
On the ground to the left.
It's definitely a goal of mine, you know, at some point down the road, is to get to all of them.
In the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistent.
Brewers and Reds are probably going to be neck and neck. Brewers honestly own you. I mean, the Brewers are just,
Like we saw.
they're so weird. Because, like,
In for the Royals.
feel like every year I'm gonna go to Munoz here. I didn't realize Schuster was down into the yellow. But the Brewers, like, they never have a roster that's like, oh, this team's gonna be good, and then every year they're just good. But then they're not able to do anything come playoff time.
So we'll see what he's got here.
And he takes one right on the black.
I will admit though, I feel like every year I'm less and less focused on the Brewers and know less and less about them, so I'm not really like super up on what their team's even looking like going into this season.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
It's your goal too. You've been to 8. Which ones have you been to then? I wasn't counting as I said mine though. How many would that be for me? That'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Holding on to a one-run lead here in the late stages of Game 3. Clips the corner, and it's 0-2.
There we go.
Looking. And
Good job, Munoz. We know what to expect out of him. He's gonna lock it down.
3 up, 3 down that time. We look ahead to inning number 8. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start.
It was kind of disappointing though.
Just trying to keep this one close.
Would have been 2 summers ago now. I was in Boston, but it just didn't work out to get to Fenway. But that would have been a very nice one to check off the list.
The pitch. And that's outside. 1-0.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Next pitch is inside, and the count is 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Cleveland, Cincinnati, Dodgers, St. Louis, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Nationals.
And the right-hander deals. In the
So what's the over one, or the only ones that overlap for us are Cincinnati and St. Louis.
Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Dominic Fletcher, the next to hit.
Dude, I feel like this John McMillan, because he pitched last game too. He has pitched every single game the last 2 postseasons we've faced the Royals. Why do they like this guy so much?
Get there, it's a foul ball. The pitch. Misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You're planning to go to Toronto this year? That's a cool one. Or at least a cool looking one. I don't know. I think the idea of the hotel rooms that, like, you know, instead of looking out the window outside, it's looking out the window and it's a baseball field. That's maybe one of the coolest ballpark features. If that's even like a ballpark feature, or maybe that's a hotel feature. I don't know.
That one missed.
Like, could you imagine you're just sitting in your hotel room, pull up a chair to the window and watch a MLB game? How much of that did Hayes get? It is not easy to go deep to center here. Oh, he did it, just barely. That was a big swing. That was a nice swing. We needed some insurance there.
And they add a run.
It's always so much more comfortable having more than a 1-run lead.
In baseball, and now they have it.
Are you going to try and stay in one? I feel like if you're like planning a trip around going to Jays games, I kind of feel like you have to do one game where you actually, you know, go in the park and experience that, and then a whole different game just watching it from a hotel room. Like that, I feel like you gotta try both.
For 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Pitch misses, and that is
Did I? I don't think I got.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. And
We'll
we're
get
the top
Duran
eight.
ready. Ooh, just missed that one too. All right, we got 1 extra though.
And he makes the catch. And that is that. But the White
I'm
Sox
full of good ideas, though. I am just chock full of great ideas. If you haven't learned already.
on to the bottom of the 8th. Down the left fielder, MJ Melendez. And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the grab, 1 away.
So I feel like you have to just kind of subconsciously at least rank those stadiums you went to. Do you have a number 1 of those 8? You have a top, like, favorite, top 3 even maybe?
Offering and it just misses. Munoz. multi-time All-Star. He features
Because I think for me the clear number one that I've been to is Milwaukee,
righty to the plate.
and
The slider just
from that I don't know. I mean,
the Royals trailing by
Minnesota was a long time ago, so I don't like remember everything, but I do remember liking that stadium. Like I said, I like Cincinnati.
since a strikeout.
There's a chance that could round out the top three. The Sox stadium though, last couple times I went there, it was a lot better than I remembered it back going when I was a younger kid.
To where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early.
That ends the inning, so we take a break.
When will Pack Attack come back? I'm gonna try and get it out sooner than I had in the last couple of years. I don't remember how long it was before I got episode 1 out last year, but it might have even been a month in. I don't want to do that. I want to go much sooner. I even want to, because I don't know, the whole reason why it takes a little bit is I gotta like grind out a separate account a little bit, because you know I'm not about to pay for stubs, but I need to have enough stubs to be able to get packs after games and stuff. So I gotta grind out. I always like to go for at least like 100k stubs before I start. But I'm thinking about doing that grind like on stream, just to get a little bit of extra content out of it.
And another ball. 2-2. And the 2-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
Oh yeah, you ranked him, I forgot. Pittsburgh 1, Cleveland 2 bias, and St. Louis. I don't know what it was when I went to Busch, St. Louis. I was not a fan. Like the arch is cool, but the stadium itself, I don't know. I just
Pitching out of this staff, so
wasn't that big of a fan.
men ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Montgomery in the box here.
Diamond Quest might make it easier to grind for stubs. That would be the hope.
Lacy getting ready to go. One out, base.
But yeah, I still I mean, that's the other reason I guess why Pack Attack takes a while. Not only do I have to grind on a second account, but I'm also trying to play on my main account. But yeah, I'm hoping to split the time a little bit better this year. And like I said, if I can get some extra content out of it too, maybe that would motivate me to get through it quicker. Also, just streaming in general keeps me focused on what I'm doing. Like, I made it through a regular season of March to October in like 8 combined hours. I would never be that focused if I was playing this game on my own. So like 3 hours of grinding content on stream might be the equivalent to like 5 hours if I was playing on my own.
And now the lefty. Off the mark there. And the count even 1-1.
There we go. Let's not go down with nothing here in the 9th. I gotta get Crochet loosening up. Forgot to do that.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And next to hit for the Sox, Jordan Lawler. The shortstop takes the ball.
You always like watch something while you grind anyway, so keep streaming. I'll keep watching. I'm the same way. I mean, that's if I'm grinding out stuff on my own, I'm always watching something. But I think that's also why then I'm not as focused, because I get distracted kind of easily.
Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball.
Like especially this year when I wasn't nearly as into Diamond Dynasty as I have been in the past, I'd play like one game of a conquest or one game of an event or something, and then I'd put the controller down, glance at my phone, you know, I'd be watching something on YouTube, and the next thing I know, it's like a half an hour has gone by and I haven't gotten back to what I was doing. Lawler went deep to center too. I mean, I guess now we don't need Crochet anymore. I don't know why, but like when I hit that perfect, I was just like, there's no way that goes. Not off the bat of Lawler. So I wasn't even getting excited.
Great time out there. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just
Yeah, that's another thing. Watching their feature premiere today, I was a little confused about. I got to it a little bit late, so I joined the stream like right when they said World Series is going to be an 800 rating this year. And I don't really know if I'm the biggest fan. Like, obviously it's going to be easier, and that push from 800 to 900 was always what held me up from making World Series like every season. So I don't know. I almost feel like 800 was kind of automatic for me, and then from there was what made it actually rewarding to make World Series. But who knows? Maybe they change the balance of how fast you progress, and 800 will just feel like 900 anyway. But also, when they were talking about difficulties, she kept saying it'll be the exact same as it has been, like for when the difficulty changes. But then she also kept saying it becomes Hall of Fame at 800, but it's always been Hall of Fame at 700. So I don't know what to go by. Is it going to be the exact same? It'll be Hall of Fame at 700, or is it different? It'll be Hall of Fame at 800. Because if it's not Hall of Fame until 800, but also 800 is World Series, I don't really like that. I feel like you should have to play on Hall of Fame before you get to World Series. I don't think you should be able to stay on All-Star all the way until you make it there. You like the new cards for getting over 1,000? I mean, I like them too, but I'm never going to see them in my inventory. I don't, or maybe I will. Maybe that'll inspire me to really push and try and climb the leaderboards, because I've really never done that. Even back when I was trying to make World Series every season, I would pretty much just make World Series and then that'd be it for me. I wouldn't continue forward. I think the only thing though that I didn't like about those special edition cards for making it to 1,000 is I think they're different cards. So like you'll have the normal World Series reward, and then instead of just like a different card art, it's a whole different card. So like the completionist in me feels like a little disappointed knowing that I'll either have to get real good or I'll just have to make peace with not getting every card in the inventory. You just like the idea of people being able to get both rewards. I mean, that's fair. That is a plus. Also, though, like, since they are different cards, let's say you make World Series, you really like that Mickey Mantle, so on your way to 1,000, you get him to parallel 5. But then all of a sudden, you get to 1,000, you get this new Mickey Mantle. Are you gonna start over with a base 88 unparalleled Mickey Mantle that has the cool card art, or are you gonna continue with the one that you've gotten to parallel 5? You thought they said the stats were the same? I think the attributes are. So like, if the base one has 90 contact versus righties, the gold looking one will have that same attribute. But it made it seem like it's still like different cards. So I don't know. I feel like sometimes people use stats and attributes interchangeably, but to me they're two different things. Like stats are what you do with the card, home runs, batting average, all that, and then attributes are the ratings.
It's a tall task. They're going to need a crooked number to tie this game up.
Yeah, and they just have to remember that they have had many innings over the course.
So I guess that's just to say I think it'll probably be the same attributes, but different stats that you accumulate. But I could be wrong too. I hope I'm wrong, actually. There we go. That's another series sweep. I lost count of what I just said before. 46? Is that 46 straight postseason wins? Because it would have been 43 to start. We've won 3 more. 46 playoff wins in a row. If we sweep next series, that gets us to 50. I feel like that's a more insane stat than it feels like.
in the most dominant way possible. And they're heading into the next round full of confidence, showing they're a force to be reckoned with here in October.
You don't see the point of paralleling another of the exact same card. I mean, but that's the thing, though. That's why I'm saying it's going to be a choice, and I don't know if I like that being a choice. Because if you get to that 1,000 and you get this new card art, which the whole point of it is to basically brag that you made it to 1,000 to get this special card, you're going to want to use that. But at the same time, you're going to want to use the guy you've just been paralleling. So I don't know. Ooh. It's the Yankees again. Okay. Well, we got a reprieve from having to face the Yankees last season, but now we're right back to them. This is, I think, our most common ALCS opponent right here. And it looks like, based on those preview rankings, we outmatched them a little bit. You wish they maybe made the 1,000 reward cards a little bit better attribute-wise? I don't think they needed to be. Unless they almost bumped him up to be the parallel 5 attributes. I don't know. Because then if they were different attributes, that kind of goes back to what I was saying first, was that then they're even more different cards in the inventory. Alright, so what are we looking at here? The Cardinals beat the Reds. So, sorry, Kelby Moore in the YouTube chat, if you're still here. Your Reds seem to be done. I would have been fine facing them, because that would have been a 1 versus 2 matchup in terms of the rankings. But we got Cardinals versus D-backs in the NLCS, and I am majorly pulling for the D-backs, because we've already faced the Cardinals 2 different times in the World Series. The Angels and the A's, they did make the playoffs in the same year. Because we're 6 years deep. What was their record, though? I forgot. Angels were 85 and 77. A's were 82 and 80. Seems like they kind of both played above what they should have been, because their overall team rankings not even top half of the league. All right, 5-3 lead over the Yankees to start the ALCS. Let's get to it. And we got a jam to work out of. You glad you only care about Cleveland cards, or those who played for Cleveland? Probably saves you some stress. Yeah. I mean, it's always a goal for me. I feel like every year is I want to unlock every card in the game. And I think 21 and 22 are the only times I actually did it. I could have this year, probably, if I was more focused. But I waited too long, and then cards kind of went back up in price. You know, taking that quick break like that reminds me, though, there was somebody else who I watch who had an idea for when they stream. If they have to like get up and take a break or something, instead of nothing happening on screen, they had like a scene set up where it cycles through a bunch of their shorts to keep you guys engaged. I think that's a good idea. I just don't really have any recent shorts to play. Alright, let's skip through this. We don't need to waste any time watching cinematics. Let's get right to it here. Sam Hench is out there, only 4 pitches in. That probably means I have to keep using him, doesn't it? Let's see. Yep, nope, Munoz can't come in. So it's all up to Sam Henches to get us out of this jam.
Both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens, and just seeing which manager can.
I'd be fine turning 2 here if we can get a grounder, sacrifice or run.
The Yankees looking to rally.
The big bat's coming up, and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these.
There we go. I guess that really wasn't a double play pitch. That was just an overpowering pitch. Ooh, he's going to second. Okay, I guess no more double play then. You're just glad the power creep is back? I am too. I mean, I I felt both the last 2 years. There was part of me that was like, I commend them for trying something different. Like I'm not necessarily upset that they wanted to try something different, because not many other games would. You know, like, you have a formula that works, so you just keep doing that over and over, and then it gets stale. But at least they're like, hey, you know what? It's starting to get stale, so let's change it up. And they tried, didn't work. They're going back. I don't know. I kind of admire that in a way. And I actually do still think there's a world in which sets and seasons could have worked. I just don't think with the way that MLB The Show works, it was ever going to. I think a mode more like other Ultimate Teams and stuff, where, like, I haven't played Madden in a while, I haven't played Ultimate Team in a while, but I just remember that being way different, where MLB is more like you're trying to get everybody, you're trying to unlock a bunch of different cards and have a ton of cards in your inventory and choices. Madden's just kind of like you work towards the best card, and then when you upgrade, you sell your last card. I feel like that structure is where sets and seasons could have worked, but I still think, you know, the traditional power creep MLB The Show style is preferable. It makes silver and golds more valuable. Besides, everyone will have a full diamond team day one. No, I agree. I mean, I like it better like this for sure, or like it's going to be. I don't know. I just, especially with how are we? Oh no! I thought we were gonna get out of this without giving up anything with how it started. I guess I'll leave him in now that there's a lefty. I was gonna say, I guess we didn't really need to leave Henches in. All right, there we go. But yeah, 23. What I was trying to say, the way that 23 was structured, I feel like that would have actually worked really nice if they had almost like a salary cap type mode, you know? So it's like you had to make the choice of how to build your team. You couldn't just use all the 99s that they give you, but it was like you kind of had to, okay, well, we'll use these 99s here because this is who I like, but then here we can take a little hit and maybe throw a 93 out there. Again, not to say that that would have been better than a normal power creep. I just think it would have been a better way to implement sets and seasons. So I will say, the one argument against sets and seasons that I never really agreed with was people saying, you know, once a new season came out, you can't use the cards you unlocked. And like, that's true, but in a normal power creep, you know, you unlock an 85 day one, a month down the line, it's going to be just as unusable as if they were locked in the previous season, because you're not going to put an 85 on your ranked team. You're going to have 90s. You're going to have, you know, 88s or higher. That 85 is not going to be someone you want to keep around. So, I don't know. To me, it was like locking a card to a previous season wasn't really making that card any less usable than a normal power creep, if that makes any sense. Maybe it doesn't make much sense.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
Makes sense to you? I mean, I still feel like I need to make it clear that I definitely think the normal year-long power creep is better. I don't fully agree with some of the points made against it. But if those people making those points were vocal enough that that's what got them to change it back, then I'm glad people made those points. Who am I rebuilding first? I mean, I don't really know how to answer that, just because I don't really consider what I do rebuilds if we're talking March to October. But My first plan for my March to October is I'm going to use whatever the second worst team is in front of the White Sox. So I guess in a way that'll be a rebuild if I can take that team into playoff contention in the first season. But I am not confident at all until we know what GOAT difficulty is.
Next offering is downstairs.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Ooh, okay, that was... If I saw that, that would have been a good pitch to pull the trigger on up 2-0. That should get us a run, right? That's hit deep enough. 51 speed. All right, there we go. We get that one back that we gave up last inning. GOAT difficulty mixed with Coors Field doesn't sound too fun, pitching-wise. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's an aspect... well, I don't know. I guess I'm thinking more PvP instead of, like, offline. But I feel like that's an aspect that doesn't really get thought of as much. That's a huge swing. And, of course, it's Houck that's going to deliver. But pitching, I feel like everyone always thinks, oh, higher difficulty, it's way tougher to hit. But the pitching scales up, too. So it'll be interesting to see how difficult GOAT difficulty pitching is. Because, like, on Legend, you know, you use pinpoint and you get 97% accuracy on a fastball, and it's a yellow release. You don't know where it's going to go. So what does that mean for GOAT? Do you have to actually be perfect? All you play is March to October. You count those as rebuilds? Okay, well, fair enough then. Yeah, I guess I answered your question. The only difference is I don't plan on doing like a multi-year March to October anymore. Just because, I don't know, I didn't really enjoy how it went this year. I didn't really enjoy all the little frustrating things the CPU did. So I'm kind of planning on going back to a traditional March to October and just doing one season. And then once I finish that, move on to a different team, do one season. GOAT is going to be like 99 or 100% accuracy if you had to guess. I mean, I feel like it would have to be at this point, which is scary. I mean, I know it's different based on what pitch. So, like, 97% accuracy on a fastball is yellow, but, like, you know, 85 might still be green for a slider.
Spencer Jones now at the plate.
I still think, though, that they should rework how that works. The pinpoint accuracy and all that. Instead of having a par where it's like even if you get a perfect, it can go anywhere within this little shaded region. I'd like to see the actual difficulty of getting a perfect release scale instead of having a par that scales. So if you have somebody with a low walks per 9 rating, low control, it's like you gotta be perfect to hit your spot. But if you got a guy like Greg Maddux, it'd be a lot more lenient to be accurate. You know, we got all those runs. We got a lefty. I'll just leave Henches in for at least this batter. Okay, yeah, we do have the bullpen up.
We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? They've knocked 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
There we go. Nice rollover.
Fires over to Guerrero. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Deceptive slider right there, stay at the top.
Do I think my Sox will be better this year? I think they have to be. Like, it's impossible. It is actually impossible to be worse than they were last year, I think. I'm of the belief that no team is just straight up that bad. No MLB team is straight up 121 loss bad. Like there's a lot of unluckiness on top of just being bad that goes into losing 121 games. So I think just by chance they have to be at least somewhat better. How much better, I don't know, but I don't think they're gonna get worse, record-wise at least. And I think there's a few more exciting things or a few more things to be excited about as a Sox fan this year than there was last year, because last year was just all the same dudes coming back, and it was like, you know, we're probably going to be bad, and then we were. But this year, there's at least some things to look forward to, some different guys who could be interesting. They have a lot of exciting young guys. I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who gets called up and when. Because I don't want them to call up people early just to do it. So, like, if a guy like Colson Montgomery's not ready, you know, don't bring him up yet. Okay, that ended up a little more down the pipe than I wanted it to. We're looking good, though. We just need one more inning on the mound to get through, and this will be another nice, easy win. We've had a lot of offense today. Do you think they trade Robert? I hope if they do, they wait until, you know, a little bit into the season, because he was not good last year, so I think his value right now is very low compared to what it could be if he actually came out and played like he should. So yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, you've got this year and then 2 years of team options. So really, he has 3 years of team control left. So I don't even think you have to rush to trade him. Like, I mean, if he comes out of the gates and plays really well, then sure, move him, get some good pieces. But if he doesn't, I don't think you need to.
Chase that time. That one fouled off, 2-2. The pitch.
Oh, Mejia, we're not done hitting yet. Maybe have those 3 years to see when he's at peak value and trade him. I mean, that would be ideal. It's just the one thing, the one argument against that is he's so both injury prone and inconsistent that it's like, as much as you think it could go right, it also could go very wrong, and he just loses even more value. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, to me, it's similar-ish to last year with Dylan Cease. I don't necessarily think they needed to trade him before the season started like they did. And maybe if they did wait a little bit more and he had a good couple of starts to start the year, maybe the Sox get a guy like Jackson Merrill for him instead. Maybe they get a little bit better return. I don't know. Maybe that's a little optimistic. I mean, obviously, hindsight, we know Jackson Merrill was too good to probably have been put in a trade, but before he had the season he just did, and nobody really knew that he was going to be that good, maybe it wouldn't have taken a whole lot more to get him. I don't know.
So up next, Austin Hayes. He's already homered here in this one. Strike one.
I think Cease was also a little different, though. Just because I think he had like one less season of team control, and I think it was also a little bit safer. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of going over what I said before, but he's not an injury-prone guy, and he's kind of like a, you know what you're going to get, and he's going to be solid type guy. So I don't know if he really could have added a ton more value if they let him pitch a little bit before trading him. So I don't know. Oh, Judge isn't even trying to get there. Okay. And yeah, that'd be interesting if the Padres trade him. I mean, back when they had some rumors going around, you know what? I'm gonna get bench warmed up instead. Back when there was some rumors like a month ago that he was potentially getting traded to the Red Sox. That was that was interesting just for the fact that the Red Sox already have both Lucas Giolito and Garrett Crochet. So, like, selfishly, as a White Sox fan, I would like to see those three in the same rotation just to see, like, oh, this is what could have happened for us. Giolito, though, man, that's another guy that I really hope has a bounce back. Because he just kind of started struggling weirdly near the end of his Sox career and then missed all the last year. But I always liked Giolito. I hope he does good.
And here it comes.
I mean, we're just not done hitting yet. We've got a 5-run lead, and we're still trying to get more. You wouldn't be surprised if Cease was someone the Yankees got, since Cole is out and healed too for a little bit. I mean, that's definitely interesting. I don't know if that's where I'd want him to go. I don't really need to see the Yankees stock up on any more talent, personally. But if, I know the Yankees have changed their policy a little bit, but if Cease does go there, maybe he goes back to rocking the mustache. That was when he was at his best.
And that one a little below the knees, and it's 2-1.
You're with me on that? Not a big Yankee fan. They always knock you out. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm as much of a Yankee hater as a lot of people are, but yeah, I don't need to see them be good either.
He's got it, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees.
I will say, so far, hour 15-ish into the stream, I haven't seen, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I haven't seen any issues on my end. I'm assuming everything's gone smoothly on the viewing end of things. Do I have a least favorite team? It'd probably just have to be the Astros. I mean, it's not even their trash can thing that I really started not liking them. It was more like 2021 when I started not liking the Astros even more. Up until that point, though, it was probably the Cardinals, and I really had no reason to dislike the Cardinals as much as I did. I just didn't. You're just hoping the Tigers are good this year? I mean, they were surprising last year. I hope for your sake, you know, they keep that up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about them to know if they will, because I know, what was it, the year before was the Marlins. They made it to the playoffs. They were a surprising team, and then the year after that, obviously, they did not keep that up.
There's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Pinto, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Tigers scare you? You want Cleveland to win the division again, end that World Series drought? I mean, yeah, you guys have the longest one these days. 1945, right?
Left-hand batter waits.
I don't know. I will say, when you asked what my least favorite team is, I think if the White Sox continued to be good and were competitive, I definitely think Cleveland could have ended up as my least favorite team. Just seemed like it was always your Guardians that were giving the Sox a tough time when that short window was that the Sox were competitive, but that faded quickly, so now I don't really harbor that same distaste. 1948, okay, it's a few years off.
They're down to their final strike.
Dude, I mean, Josh Naylor specifically, man. And what frustrated me the most is I didn't even dislike Josh Naylor. Like, I love that personality and the intensity, but I didn't want to like it because it always came out against the White Sox. So it was like I hate that this guy's succeeding, but at the same time, it's like he's absolutely electric. And that almost made it worse.
Well, these guys are undefeated so far in the postseason, Boog, and when a team has this much momentum behind them, they can ride it all the way to the World Series. So it's easy to start thinking about these guys as a team of destiny right now.
Oh no, my connection. What are we going to do in an offline mode? That game with the game-tying grand slam and go ahead, that was the one. That to me is I always think to that game as the one that kind of that ended the White Sox, I guess, because that was 2022 when the Sox ended up a 500 team and then just kept getting worse and worse from that point. And it always felt like that one game was like what kept the Sox down. Like it was the turning point almost. I mean, it probably wasn't. It probably just feels like that because that was a frustrating one. We got to make a little bit of a comeback though this time. We're down 2. Shouldn't be an issue. I've been scoring runs like crazy so far in this playoff run. See, I almost, thinking back to that game low, the Naylor home runs obviously were the thing. But do you remember, I think it was the 10th inning, it was either the bottom of the 9th or bottom of the 10th. Sox had a chance to walk it off. And Jose Ramirez made a crazy diving play at third that if he doesn't make that play, the Sox would have walked it off and won it themselves. That was the play. That was like the devastating one. Once that play was made, it was obvious that the Sox weren't winning that one. I don't know, it's crazy to remember that much of a regular season game in like May or whatever it was. Oh my, okay, well, we don't have to make a comeback anymore. One pitch, one swing. Dom Fletcher's doing it again. I think that's 3 homers now in this playoff. Or no, 4. Because it sims too, and he's probably hit some more simming-wise. That was nice. That removes a lot of stress from this one right away. You're sad to see Naylor go. You think it's for the better overall, but still sad. I mean, I'd definitely be sad if I was a Cleveland fan and he left. That would be... Like, if he was on a team that I was a fan of, I don't see how he wouldn't be my favorite player.
Now here is Austin Hayes. And a foul ball. And a pitch. On that fastball. The pressure is high.
I guess I should look at my bullpen. I didn't look at that. I mean, we can sit Henches down. We'll get Duran up, but I might go to Barlow if it's going to be the 7th.
And a pitch.
Okay. Okay. We really are hitting so far, man. Back-to-back homers now to take the lead. This is nice. This is going very well. He was up there for you. J-Ram was your favorite. Yeah, okay. I guess J-Ram would definitely be a lot of people's favorites just because he was around forever and good. And loyalty, like you said.
Vladdy stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
I think that's probably like the one thing that I hope for the most out of the White Sox this season is that somebody emerges as like a good player. Kind of like Crochet last year, but obviously Crochet, him doing good just meant he was going to get traded. I hope somebody ends up being real good and it's not somebody that we're just going to lose out on at the trade deadline or after 1 year. Oh, and that's You read the other day, the Padres were willing to pay him $250 million, and he signed for you for $150. Yeah, I remember all of that, where it was like Lindor had gone, so everyone was kind of just assuming J-Ram was going to go too, and then it almost felt like out of nowhere. It was like, nope, they extended him. Maybe some of those young guys can get good and surprise some people. I mean, that's the hope. Like, as much as it doesn't feel like that's going to happen, there's also kind of that creeping thought of optimism that's like, well, why not, you know? It's happened to other teams. Other teams have put it together, and young guys have good seasons out of nowhere. Why can't it happen for the Sox, you know? We're due.
It's the White Sox. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now it's Aaron Judge.
Oh yeah, I forgot about our starting pitcher. I was planning on bringing Barlow in, but Schuster's got plenty of gas left in the tank, and we gave him the lead.
As a pitcher, you don't want to throw and get me over fastballs just for strikes. You really need to command your pitches to this guy at the plate.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Someone's got to win Rookie of the Year. Could be a White Sox. Exactly.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a swing and a miss. One out.
What is this? Every stream I've had so far, there's been a like a bot link thing that pops up. Go away.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
I can't close this out. Oh, there we go. Okay.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very low.
Trying to hold a one-run lead here in Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. To the right side, Guerrero.
I think I'm definitely most excited. I don't even know. I was gonna say most excited to see what the pitching does, because I feel like there's a lot of young pitchers who aren't proven, but they kind of showed a little bit of flashes last year, like a Jonathan Cannon. I really liked what I saw out of Jonathan Cannon last year. I thought as a rookie, he almost pitched like a veteran. He just kind of gave off that vibe. So I'm intrigued to see what he continues to do. Sean Burke, you know, I was off watching the White Sox, and he didn't come up until like the last month of the season, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I wasn't watching. So I didn't really see him pitch, but he put up some good numbers in like 4 or 5 outings as a rookie. Davis Martin's another guy that's coming back. He has been solid, and now they're talking about he's crafted this new pitch that he's mastered.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Oh yeah, and then of course the 2 tall lefty young guys. I don't know. I'm not really thinking either of them are gonna see the MLB this year, unless they, you know, go crazy in the minors. Schultz and Hagen Smith. I mean, if they do, that'd be exciting, but I don't know. I don't really see that happening this year, and I don't even want to entertain that idea of them turning into future Red Sox.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Swings through that.
Well, he came right at it right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but gotta imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
You know, I remember with Chris Sale, it kind of started to frustrate me when it seemed like he kind of shifted from being known as like a White Sox to a Red Sox. So like in the game in Diamond Dynasty, whenever his 99 would come out, all of a sudden it started being Red Sox and not a White Sox card. And then I kind of hoped when the Red Sox gave up on him and gave him to the Braves, I was kind of like, okay, looking back at his numbers, he had a lot of injuries in Boston, didn't put together a ton of complete seasons, so maybe now it'll revert back to him being known as a White Sox. Then he goes and wins the Cy Young with the Braves. So, like, nobody's going to remember he was ever on the White Sox anymore. You think Schultz would be good? You like him? I hope so. I remember back when they drafted him and I first started seeing things about him, I'm like, okay, this kid's gonna be good. And it's fun that he's from the state. He's from Illinois.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, McKinley Moore.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Hang on. When? Oh, was it just then? Dude, I completely zoned out for that last AB with Francisco Mejia, but I guess we drove in another run. You don't even remember who Sale was traded for besides Moncada? I think it was Kopech. Kopech was the other big one in that one. I think there might have been another name or two that I'm assuming didn't really turn into anything, but yeah, I think it was Moncada and Kopech.
He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Number 90 appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Swing and a pop-up.
All right. We added on one more, I guess, even though I was completely on autopilot when it happened.
It's now 4. Ready to begin the 8th, and now the right fielder, Alec Burleson.
You know what? Let's keep going with Schuster. Had a good last inning. Now we get to face a lefty. He has a ton of energy left. Getting it out on one pitch. I wonder if the new infielder reaction stuff also applies to plays like that. I feel like everything they've talked about and shown, it's always like ground ball reaction time, but I wonder if line drives are taken into account too. Moncada, Kopech, Victor Diaz, and Luis Basabe. I think Basabe was the other one I was thinking about, because I do remember him being a name in the farm system that never made it.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Edge in the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. And downstairs. Swinging a foul over the screen.
Basabe, yeah, I remember him as being an outfielder. Because I remember I would get him and Luis Robert confused. Or sometimes I feel like I even thought they were the same person. I didn't know they were two different people.
And we're back. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And the right-hander back to work. Just missed. Movement in the Yankees pen.
It's just so disheartening thinking back to those days, because it's like, man, we had so many people we were hyped up for. That's why it's kind of tough now, even with kind of getting back to the point of having a lot of prospects to get excited for. It's kind of tough to get all that excited just because it was so recent. We went through it before, had all these guys that were supposed to be world beaters and insanely good players once they made it to the pros that just didn't turn into that at all. I mean, with the hype around Moncada, Eloy, Luis Robert, you know, already having a Jose Abreu, Tim Anderson once he turned it on. I mean, this team was supposed to be unbeatable, and all of them just completely tanked. At least over time.
Was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Now it's not going to drop in, is it? All right, I guess that was definitely a more quiet inning. I forgot to get Crochet loosened up, but I think we can finesse the system a little bit here. I think we can go ahead and sit down Barlow, get Crochet up, and then we can do a little mound visit, and he should be good to go. Let's pick us up a nice ALCS save. How's the YouTube stream looking? We still up and ready to go? Looks like it. Although on my end, it seems like the stream is a lot more delayed than I would have thought. I don't know. As long as it's live. Really? We're trying to do that? Trying to lay down bunts here against the closer? I guess that's a compliment. Oh, I missed that, Lo. If you're still here, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for hanging out. Somebody else now has got to step up and take his spot. Keep me company here until this playoff run's over. We got a long ways to go. There we go. One more. Crochet's looking dominant as ever. Although, who do we got here? 3-hole hitter. Oh, it's Vaughn. It's not Judge. Thought we'd have to face Judge one more time. If we can sit Vaughn down, we won't. That was another name, though, when I was talking about Sox that didn't live up to the expectations, is Vaughn. I was convinced he was going to be just a hitter. You know what I mean? Like, I thought he was going to be a beast. There we go. All right. That's another win in a row. I keep losing count every game. Be 48 because we're up 2-0. 48 straight postseason wins now, dating back 4 seasons. Schuster had 14 strikeouts. I didn't even notice that. That's quite the postseason start. That one's gonna go down in the books. Zach, what's up, man? You got the YouTube stream up but muted for you to watch it on here. So you're contributing 2 views to me right now? That's commitment. That's dedication. Alright, I don't know why I'm pausing here real quick. I don't need to change anything. We're down 2 again. This time on the road. We gotta go to the Bronx. And the other series, it's tied up at 2. It's a best of 3 at this point. I still am pulling for the D-backs, man. We gotta see a D-backs matchup. I don't want to face the Cardinals 3 out of the 6 World Series we've had in this March to October. Let's go. I don't want to waste any extra time here. This is it's already taken a little bit longer than I would have thought. We've only played 4 games so far. It's been over an hour and a half at this point. We still got 6 games to go to finish this thing up. Alright, let's see what Berger can do for me. Well, before we do that, let's make sure our bullpen's ready to go. Everybody is ready to go today. You know what? Yeah, I'll leave those 2. I'll leave those 2 up. It's early enough. You know, I feel like I keep forgetting it was Luis Heel that won Rookie of the Year last year, right? For the AL. I always I don't think it was Cowser, right? But it was those 2 as the finalists. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and your message before you were looking at YouTube, it said I was live. So you tuned in, all that sorts of stuff. I don't know, I feel like my eyes weren't able to focus on that message, but I get the gist. You saw me on YouTube, decided to come over to Twitch. I feel like that's what interests me about streaming on both, because like just the fact that I have my YouTube audience, I guess, and my amount of subscribers there. I feel like being live on YouTube kind of gives me the best chance for people to realize I'm live, but then at that point it's like, you know, if you're a Twitch person, you'll probably come over to Twitch because it just seems like it's a better live stream experience. I don't know, I definitely watch less live streams recently than I used to. Come on, Montgomery, let's not go down without doing anything here. This is a big spot. Didn't even realize that though. Out on the board it says we've got 6 hits and no runs have come across. Their 2 runs though have come on 2 hits. Unlucky. Nope, okay. Game's feeling generous. Alright, 3-2. I'd be fine with a walk here. Give me a free run. Okay, we got it. The game was feeling very generous. Multiple successful check swings. That's big, because now we still have the same bases loaded, 1 out, but we also cut the lead in half.
So up next for Chicago, Colin Houghton. Golden opportunity right here.
And then I probably should have just waited him out. Even though that one was right there for me, probably shouldn't have even swung, just since he did walk the last 2 batters. Lawler's 0 for so far. 0 for 9 in the ALCS. That just means he's due.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Shortstop takes the ball.
I'll keep being patient, man. You keep wanting to throw it out of the zone, I'll keep laying off. Give me another free run.
He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
I wonder if I would have been around on that if I swung. He's up to 99 pitches. Oh, and he kept that in the zone too. Now I'm being too patient. Gotta wait back, I guess, if I'm very early on 95. Okay. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Oh, what a pitch. What a spot. You gotta imagine that was just luck with how wild he had been. At least we got one. We've got a lot of time left. We've got 3 innings to score. And Eater actually is looking solid too. He's got a lot of energy left. I'm probably gonna stick with him then. Give him a chance to do what Schuster did. Early on the fastball. All right. Yep, early on the changeup then if he was just early on the heat.
Slice down the right side. You'll want.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan.
Just trying to think right now. I wonder just how fast I'll be able to like get any White Sox card that's in the game in Diamond Dynasty, because like with what we know, we've got the team affinity, we've got the 2 lefty starters, Crochet and Schultz, in the 2 different diamond quests, which that's the question mark, how long it'll take to get those. you've got the collection. I just wonder if that should be my focus, like right away. Just completely focus on trying to get all the White Sox cards that are out. Guess it depends on if any of them happen to be like pack cards or something like that. That might just be expensive to get.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
I don't think you really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And first offering is fouled off. Judge leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
But I feel like especially what they showed off in Team Affinity, where like if you get those crazy amounts of hits and home runs and all that sorts of stuff, you get that #1 fan icon. I just feel like I have to, you know? So much of my content over the years has been based around me being a White Sox fan and being miserable for it. Why not put myself through the ultimate misery and have to get like 3,000 hits with the White Sox? There we go, Spencer Jones, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. Judge did not get a good break on that. That would have been interesting to go for 3. No reason to push it, though. Oh, and that's going to do it for Heel then. Who do we got next? We saw this guy last game. Mejia. That's getting down again. Francisco Mejia with another big swing. He might be quietly putting together like a playoff MVP run. And what does that say on the board? He's batting .364 so far in this postseason. Fletcher might be his main competition with all he's doing. Actually, Hayes too. Hayes has done some good things. Oh yeah, and then Fletcher. Fletcher's gonna follow it up, make his own case. Mejia got an RBI double, so he'll do it too, and that was gonna give us the lead.
Second, it's 3-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now it's Austin Hayes.
Oh my God, now Hayes. The 3 names I mentioned. Back to back to back RBI doubles. Now we have a 2-run lead. Now it feels even more safe. We're teeing off against the Yankees here today. I'm teeing off against everybody, really. This started all the way back against the Royals. I was putting up runs. What's up, David? Good to see you back.
Already 3 runs across in the frame. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Oh, that's not gonna extend the streak of RBI doubles. This is the playoffs. We're in the ALCS. We've got a 2-0 lead on the Yankees right now. So that means 48 straight postseason wins now, dating back 4 seasons. So we sweep this series, we win these last 2 games, that'd bring us up to 50. Ooh, that's fair. We'll hold them up at first though, but this is just kind of getting embarrassing for the Yankees, man. They cannot keep me from hitting the ball.
Nice job of staying in those mechanics.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone.
I can't be stopped right now. I can't be stopped. Things are looking so good to get back to our 6th World Series in a row. I mean, all we got to do now is just end this game. Like, they're not going to make a comeback now with how good our pitching is, but we still got to get through like 3 more innings.
Whips it to Mountcastle, got the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for the Sox, Jordan Lawler. That's off the mark, ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. This to third.
All right, that's going to go ahead and end this big inning. we, I think, did enough. I mean, enough for sure to at least leave Eater in a bit more. I mean, Crochet is just like never going to have to pitch if we keep hitting like this.
And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
There we go. Counting outs at this point. 8 to go after that one.
One away. And now the right fielder, Alec Burleson. First pitch just misses. Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom of the 7th. Pitch misses there. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
I feel like he's kind of timing up the off speed. Let's go back to the heat. That works. Got him behind it. 7 outs to go.
He's got it.
All we got to do is know how to count down from 7.
So 2 down now, and here is George Lombard Jr. And first off,
Ooh, and I think next game is going to be a Johnny Castro start. It's exciting. Our rookie.
That hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think
There we go. Hopefully he'll have as much energy as Eater and Schuster had, so I'll get to use him a bit too.
back in the Bronx. We go to the 8th, and now Spencer Jones. Pulled hard.
I think for the rest of this one, I'm going to be a little bit more swing happy instead of being patient.
And the right-hander deals.
Like that. Actually, that was a decent swing. I'm a little disappointed that wasn't hit better.
Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, we don't need to swing at a pitch like that.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Or that, even though I was tempted.
And that's ball 2.
Guess he only throws 91. It's not like I have to really be cognizant of the fastball and getting around on it.
Scores
Well,
to
yep.
center.
Weight back enough to hit the changeup, man. He is doing even more. He's our 9-hole hitter. He maybe shouldn't be with what he's doing.
That was blasted to the moon. It's 8-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
Another new arm. I guess the more we can exhaust the bullpen for our last game, the better. Oh, that one. I think that one's just because Fletcher's way on the shorter side.
And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Austin Hayes. Line to
Hayes. It's not going to drop in. All right, well, we got one more. Commanding lead here.
one on the solo shot. It's now 8-2. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show.
Oh, you know what? I haven't needed to say this in a while because it's been so long since the last YouTube stream, but if you guys are here in the YouTube stream and you're enjoying things, do me a favor and hit that like button for me, for whatever that does. I'm only saying that because I know other people say it too.
White Sox going with a new arm, Joe Barlow.
compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him. So
I think this is the first Joe Barlow appearance in this postseason run.
And the 0-1.
And don't tell me he's ruining it right away. Okay, that was foul. I couldn't quite tell.
0-2 now. Fights it off, you'll see another. And the 0-2.
Nice.
Miss, struck him out.
Barlow was good for us last year. He was good in the regular season. Probably should use him more.
Baseman, Willie
I mean, it's tough to when we've got guys like Duran and Munoz and Crochet closing games.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
right-handed reliever.
Another slider in. That must be a nice pitch.
Struck him out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one. Keep him
2 now as he swings through it.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're
I want to chase on that. 12-6 is my favorite strikeout pitch when it works. It's just so satisfying. Hauk, look at Hauk, man. Those plays are automatic for him, especially him.
making it look easy at the Keystone position.
Let's see, did that request for likes do anything?
High fives when he gets into the dugout.
I don't know, maybe I got a few. I guess I should have looked at where I was before that. Probably would have been smart.
Start the 9th in this one. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. LaGrange back to work. That one's upstairs, ball 1. 1-0. And a good eye there.
Just a casual MLB 24 dive, exactly. Except I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just because we have Hauk and he's been our second baseman for so long, but it just feels like he makes those types of dives at a higher rate even.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jake Berger. Swing and a ball.
I'm definitely hoping with all these fielding changes they're talking about, that's something that gets eliminated a bit, is those second baseman dives on hits up the middle.
Colson Montgomery.
I feel like it should, because my main gripe with it is when people who shouldn't be able to do that are doing that, like bronze fielding guys.
That is that.
So maybe those bronze fielding guys get a slightly worse jump on the ball, and then they're not able to
And here is
super dive all the way to it. I guess I didn't warm anybody else up. We'll leave Barlow in. He can finish it for us probably.
There's a strike. Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
just missed.
Can't wait to grind for Stott. 90 fielding, day 1, 85 speed. I think that might be like the most exciting thing, I guess, about the fact that it's going back to the whole power creep thing. Because, like, I feel like that Stott card, if you were looking at it in the context of this year's game, it's like, oh, that's kind of an underwhelming looking card. But thinking about it, you know, with the power creep, it's like, okay, this could be a piece. Focus on fielding and contact for that spot, a little bit of speed.
Hitters, even if you give up a solo.
You know what else I liked from what they were talking about today? That's something I never even considered, but I like how they were saying they're going to be a little bit more strict on secondary positions. I never thought about that before, but I think that'll go a long way into diversifying team builds and stuff.
So it's their last chance in this one. Ryan
Especially for the outfield. Like this year, when you were assembling a Diamond Dynasty outfield, it was just like, there wasn't even positions to consider. It was just 3 outfielders because everybody could seem to play everywhere.
and the White Sox take
That's halfway done with what we've got going on today. 5 of our 10 games completed, or 10 wins, I should say. It's only 10 games if we win every single game, which we have been doing for 3 years in a row. And that win right there was our 49th win in a row in the postseason.
Dominant here in the league championship series.
One more game stands in our way between 6 straight World Series appearances.
They're really playing against all odds now.
And we've had to come back down 2-0 in the last 2 games in a row. So they got to give me a little help with this last game, right? Yeah, they do. And let's just go right to it. Not waste any time. Johnny Castro's in, only giving up 1 so far. We got a little bit of a jam to work out of. But if we do, that's a 2-run lead we can coast on till the end.
Baseball fans, and here in New York, we've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with him. Maybe I should look at the bullpen before I do. Just make sure we've got the right guys loosening up. Because, yeah, we don't really need Joe Barlow, probably. Not after he just gave me 2 innings last game.
And run at the plate here in Game 4 of the ALCS. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2
Should I just go to that pitch again?
Tough situation early.
In the small sample size with Johnny Castro, that running fastball into lefties is like the pitch.
Got it, and that'll end the inning.
Maybe they could make a quirk for utility players to not have debuffs when playing secondary positions. That sounds like a great idea. I like that a lot. That would then add a lot more value to cards like that.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at. Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is bats.
All right, I guess that knocked him out of the game. Whoever that was only lasted one batter after I came in.
This is where a bullpen can give the players a chance to fight back into the game. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss.
That front-door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Oh my, dude, we can't help ourselves from just mashing this Yankees pitching. We're 2 batters in to this game, and I hit a 2-run shot. Already not a save situation anymore. Already all stress taken out. If only there was a way to just like sim to the end of the games or something, because it's like we just keep doing this damage immediately, and then the rest of the game is almost kind of boring because it's just like we know we're gonna win. We just gotta get to that point. That's how it feels, Blue. It's like, man, I'm just it's almost making me feel bad, even though it is the Yankees. It's just funny to think how much we've like humbled the Yankees over the years in this March to October. Like, this will be the 3rd time, I think 3rd time, that maybe even 4, who knows, because I don't remember all the way back to the first year, but at least the 3rd time that we've knocked the Yankees out in the ALCS. And I think all 3 times, as long as we win this one, would be a sweep. Never feel bad for destroying the Yankees. Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
That's outside, and that is ball 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I can't believe that we're gonna have made it through 6 seasons of this March to October, and not one of those 6 seasons the Dodgers made it to the World Series to face me. Like, they were a powerhouse too for the longest time in the NL. I mean, they were racking up well over 100 wins a season, and they couldn't keep it together when the playoffs came.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 runs across in the inning here in game 4.
Ooh, okay. I still think the craziest thing is the fact that that very first year in this March to October we faced the Cubs in the World Series. Like, I don't know how that happened. The 2024 Cubs, it's not even like it was long into a simulation, but like the supposedly current day Cubs were good enough to make it to the World Series. It's a fun matchup to have, the Crosstown World Series like that.
Grounds one to the right side. Whips it to first. Out number 3. The 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Back for more.
All right, I mean, I don't see a reason to take Johnny Castro out after giving him even more of a lead to work with. See how far the young gun can take us.
Just 1 extra base hit for him, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
All right, there we go. Always want the punch out on that pitch, but that works. Did I make any trades or call-ups yesterday? I'm trying to think, because I feel like the last 2 days have kind of bled together. I mean, maybe Johnny Castro would have happened. Did he happen yesterday? I don't know. If Johnny Castro wasn't on the MLB team in that first stream, then that'd be the only one I can think of. But other than that, no, I declined every trade that was offered because none of them really fit with what I was doing. We actually had a fast track though with a guy that I wasn't expecting to see. It was, I don't know if you're a longtime viewer, all the way back to that first draft. I think was my last pick of the first draft was a dude named Fernando Segura, and I just kind of always overlooked him whenever I looked at my prospects because he was just so far below everybody else. But all of a sudden he popped up as a fast track, and he was a 68 overall B potential. I succeeded in his fast track and got him up to a 74 overall A. But when it asked me to call him up, there was really nobody that would fit to send down, so I didn't call him up. But it was like, man, if we were continuing this, that would have been a very exciting fast track to succeed in. All of a sudden, like, creating a new top prospect, really. How's Kevin, who I got from the Mets? I mean, he put together a solid backup season. I remember. I think he finished over a 300 average. He was like a full-time backup though, so he didn't get into too many games. But I think he got into like 30 or so. I mean, we know Mejia's an absolute. That actually got down. Wow. We know Mejia's a workhorse behind the plate, so he's not going to give up too many opportunities. Dude, that was hit so solid. Is that gonna? Oh, no. Probably could have moved up to third there with Lawler's speed. There we go. Why not put up even more? Stuart Fairchild now. No. Yeah, we stick with our guys. No, but if it was a bigger spot, then yeah, I probably would have. But up 4 like that, we're good.
Now. Slider misses outside. One run across in the frame so far, late here in game 4.
I don't know. I definitely manage differently than you should in the playoffs. Like a 4-run lead, I feel like the game's over at that point. Just with how easy pitching can be in March to October. Like, you can still give up a run or two here and there, but 4 runs feels very safe. Yeah, we'll take Castro out now. He's into the yellow. Get bench loosening up if he wants to finish the game for me in the 9th.
In there at the knees, that's strike 1. Munoz, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Here's the 0-2.
Oh, all right. Contact was made on the outlier fastball. Wasn't expecting that. You know, it's just coming to mind. I wasn't really concerned, but all of a sudden the concern came to me just in case. But if anybody watching in the YouTube stream could do me a quick favor and just send one message just so I can make sure the chat's still working. It just dawned on me that I haven't seen a YouTube chat in a little while, and I just thought maybe nobody was chatting, but all of a sudden I got the creeping suspicion, what if something broke, and I didn't realize that you guys have been trying to talk to me, and I haven't been seeing it. There you go. All right. Thanks, Martin. Just wanted to make sure it's still working.
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Man, I forgot. I don't know if you guys... I probably have the game audio up high enough to for you guys to hear that, but the commentator just said Jonathan Loizaga was on my team, and I completely forgot about that. But he was, wasn't he? Just the fact he's back on the Yankees makes it feel like he never left. Well, yeah, obviously I remember Vaughn. He was a big part of our team. You like the YouTube stream because you pay for no ads? Fair enough, then. I mean, I guess I never thought of that, but I'm not monetized at all on Twitch since my account's so new and, you know, still got to build up the viewer count and all that, but, I don't know, maybe ads still run. Anybody on Twitch, have you guys seen any ads?
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you,
no ads, not yet. Okay.
off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I know like on YouTube, I wasn't streaming yet, but before my channel was monetized, I know there were still ads that would run, even though I'd get nothing from it. They still put ads on, so.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Castro sends it to first, and that's the third out. So
Twitch, you have to pay for each streamer. Yeah, I'm still learning how Twitch works. Like,
the bottom of the ninth. It's the White
I mean, I didn't stream at all on Twitch until Monday. So there's a lot I still have to learn, and I'm not really a seasoned Twitch viewer, so even that I don't really
call from the pen.
know all the inner workings.
A right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
There's a strike.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound.
Oh, okay, we're good. I guess nobody can hit anything we throw.
Righty delivers. Just missing there. And it's 1-2.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
The 1-2.
There we go, nice slider. I think I saw Jeremy Bench had a 100% strikeout rate in the one inning we threw with him.
As a pitcher,
See if we can try and keep that up. Keep punching out everybody he faces.
offensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to
We could be looking at the Rookie of the Year right here. I didn't pay enough attention when we brought him into the game, but maybe it said that at the bottom of his stat card thing.
get to the strikeout.
Swings.
Should be out number 2. Where's Berger's fielding badge? I didn't notice that. I thought he had a bronze.
Second out. So they're down to their final out. And up next for New York, Alec Burleson. That one finds the zone. And it's 0-1. Come on and missed 96 with that fastball. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
There we go. Jeremy Bench closing out the ALCS, sending us back to one more World Series. All we have is 4 games in our way from standing alone with 6 championship rings in a row.
American League champions. These players have worked hard all
You're right, Blue. Allegedly was a bronze fielder.
now off to the World Series. This team
Always got to put allegedly in front of anything when you're talking Jake Berger after what he allegedly did. If you know, you know.
So the Chicago White Sox get it done in the most emphatic way possible. They sweep their way into the World Series.
All right.
yeah, after a performance
What are we going to see? What's this matchup going to be? Let's get a go D-backs in the chat because I don't want to see the Cardinals for the 3rd time. We don't want half of our World Series appearances to be against St. Louis.
yeah, and
Let's see that D-backs logo. There it is. We got him. All right, new matchup.
team on an absolute
Arizona Diamondbacks. I wonder how good they are at this point because, like, I feel like they kind of came out of nowhere when we were looking at the standings in that NL West. It was the Dodgers out in front, the Giants had spent some time out in front, and then all of a sudden, season ends, Giants were nowhere to be found, and the D-backs made it. So what do we got for that? Well, first of all, 0-0 game 1 in the top of the 7th. But what did they look like in the regular season? They were 87-75, tied with the Giants. They barely got in. Last wild card spot, and they got in on a tiebreaker. Not only in on a tiebreaker, but the Giants lost 5 straight games to end the season. If they even won one of those, the D-backs don't make it in. And now they've made it to the World Series. They are, though, 7th ranked team in the MLB, so they must have some talent. We haven't really been doing this because I've wanted to get through the games pretty quick, but I want to see what the D-backs have, what we're facing off against. Jake McCarthy. They've got, okay, no, just at a glance, they've got some good rated players here. Obviously, Corbin Carroll's still going. Moreno's up to a 92. Drew Jones is here, up to an 88. 3 84s to start the lineup, at least against righties. Looks like a solid hitting team. They're pitching, they've got 3 solid starters too, and Pablo Lopez, who's always tough to face, even if the rating is down to an 82. Bullpen, they've got 4 80s in the bullpen. This is legitimately one of the better CPU bullpens I feel like you see. Normally the bullpen is just like all 70s, but they've got 4 guys in the 80s. The rest of them are at worst a 77. And I didn't even realize it's our guy Davy Garcia at a 77. He's made his way over to the D-backs. What did he do? Through 104 innings, 3.96 ERA. It's all right. I'm still glad we got rid of him. Let's get it going. Kicking off the World Series, Grant Taylor back on the mound for, well, I was going to say what might be one last time, but not if he ends up pitching Game 4, which he has done a few times. And I couldn't help but think while I was taking that bathroom break, I don't know how many of you guys, if any, would remember, but back when I was streaming the Cubs March to October, in whenever that was, August or something, I remember in the World Series I was actually kind of struggling. I think I might have been down even 2-1 in the series, and then I took a bathroom break, and it's like it reset me, it refocused me, and from that point on I dominated, came back and won the thing. I hope that didn't have the opposite effect here, because we just got to our 50th straight postseason win with that sweep against the Yankees. Now we got 4 games left. Let's keep that streak alive. Keep the sweep streak alive. Win us one more title. What hand do you or what finger do you double up on your ring hand if you win 6 titles though? That's the question. Or do you move on to the next one? Yeah, I'll change this. We'll get Munoz up. I don't know. I feel like if you're somebody who won 6 titles, like a Jordan or something, that goes on the same hand. I feel like you can't have 5 rings on one hand and only 1 on the other. I feel like you'd have to get to like that 7th ring to start putting them on a new hand. Who would have the chance then? Who on this team has been around all 6 years to get all 6 rings? It'd be Vlad, it'd be Fletcher, Crochet. Is that it?
With the go-ahead run at first here in Game 1 of the World Series. That's out to center field. He's under.
Because yeah, Montgomery wasn't around yet. He didn't get called up until year 2. Eater. Yeah, Eater and Schuster. You're right, David. I forgot. Both of them got called up back in that first year. Eater actually won Rookie of the Year that first year. Not Mejia, though. Mejia actually, we didn't get until year 3, I think. Look at Fletcher and his reaction in right. That wasn't even a threat to get down.
So one hit is all they get midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Back here on the south side, bottom of the inning, and now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. And a pitch.
I feel like Freddie Peralta sometimes can be sneaky tough. And the fact he only had 57 pitches to start the inning too means we got to do something against him. And nope, that's not something. Wait a second, Zach. What'd you notice here? We're getting no hit? Oh my God, we are. I didn't even realize that. It seems like it's a perfect game. He's got no walks allowed. We have no hit batters. So yeah. This might be even... The music just stopped too. Oh, never mind. I thought the music cut off. I was like, that's very ominous. I just said Freddie Peralta can be kind of difficult. We just found out he's throwing a perfect game against me. And then the music just cuts off. I was waiting for boss music to start playing.
The wind of the pitch. Just off the inside edge.
There we go. All right. Well, there goes the perfect game. There goes the no-hitter. Is this stupid? No, the throw's offline. That was very stupid, actually. If the throw was online, I don't know why I felt like I could send Hayes there, but I guess it worked out for me. Now let's end it, Vlad. Or, I mean, not end it, but if I put up 2 here, if Vlad goes deep, I feel like that's ended it. End their hopes. Okay, that should get Vlad on. I wish Hayes would have been running to third, though. Burger bomb! Allegedly. The perfect swing, I'm turning on it. That was a quick turnaround. Perfect game to all of a sudden up 3 after a no doubt perfect homer, 440 feet. Thank you, CPU, for bringing Jake Burger back to this team. He walked off game 1 of the AL, or the ALDS too. That's a couple of big swings he's had. Both of his homers in this postseason run have been big. I mean, if I felt good saying if Vlad gave me a 2-run lead, I feel real good now with a 3-run lead, and we've still got a ton of time left, too. If something somehow happens to go wrong, we've got plenty of time left. What's the joke about Burger? Yeah, I guess I should explain that. Last stream, Burger hit a line drive off of the opposing pitcher's skull, and technically didn't knock him out of the game because it rebounded off his skull and Burger was out at first. But the dude didn't come back into the game, so we don't know what happened to him. So Burger, may or may not have ended things for the guy, but we have to say allegedly because it's under investigation. Yeah, that's the other point too. It was Joe Mantiply blew. It wasn't just anybody. It was Nationals March to October legend Joe Mantiply. That's why it was a little bittersweet. I mean, it was a perfect swing from Burger, but it also might have ended Joe Mantiply's everything.
Comes up empty with a swing there.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping if they went to the pen, we were gonna see Davy Garcia. I wouldn't mind after all the frustration he caused me getting a chance to take it out on himself.
And now the shortstop, Jordan Lawler. Popped up.
Oh, I thought that had a shot. Not with Carroll in right, I guess.
White Sox. It's now 3-0. You're watching
One legend gone forever, allegedly. Allegedly.
on the south side. Now the left fielder, Drew Jones.
Dude, Taylor still has so much. We might just... What was the last time I threw a complete game with one of our starters in the postseason? I feel like all last postseason I was like taking our starters out. And then, of course, he's going to give up a hit. But no, I feel like those first couple of years, everybody was like just finishing games. Our starting pitching was crazy in the postseason. Yeah, 3 in a row with Gallen a few years ago. I think he actually did. Or no. No, one of them, he pitched 9 innings, but it wasn't a complete game because it went to extras. But yeah, I remember he had 3 starts, 27 innings pitched in one postseason run. That's what's a shame about Gallen's regression is since the CPU kind of likes to take control of your postseason rotation, you can't really fit Zach Gallen in and get him any starts, even though he's like one of the greatest postseason pitchers of all time at this point. I knew that was going to happen. I saw that coming from a mile away, hitting the base. Now we've got 2 on. Now I don't know if I leave Grant Taylor in. I don't think I do, especially with 3 lefties coming up. We'll go Henches. We'll play it a little safe. Actually, maybe I should have looked at things, because with the runner on second, it'd be the clutch rating. Not necessarily the contact versus lefties I have to worry about. Okay, that... you know what? Try to get to third. We got a perfect throw. Jones has an arm. He would have hosed him down. That's another thing I'm excited for. I keep saying things I'm excited for about MLB 25, but like there's actually a lot to be excited for. But the throwing meter, the way that they changed that, at least for the outfield, making it a little bit more difficult to get that perfect throw. Because now that perfect throw is at the end of the green, so if you hold it too long, it's going to be a red throw. I like that change. I think that adds a little bit more skill to it for people who can hit that perfect, but then also a little bit more risk. So maybe when you're a base runner, if there's a little bit less of a chance of it being a good throw, maybe that makes you a bit more aggressive.
Stands in here, tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, and obviously out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
See if we can maybe smack around David Peterson a little bit. Try and get to Davey Garcia.
That's down and in. That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
Good take, I guess. Even though that should probably be a strike 10 times out of 10.
Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
And that one wrapped foul. Payoff pitch. Battling.
I wonder if they ever do implement the challenge system, the ABS thing, which it seems like it's heading that direction. However long it'll be until then, who knows? But if they ever do implement that into like regular season stuff, then they have to put it in the game. How would that work in the game? I feel like you'd have to like turn off the strike zone visual.
And strike one to the catcher. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Ryan Abreu getting loose out there. Good eye in that spot. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1.
Well, I don't know then. I don't know if we're going to smack around this David Peterson enough to get Garcia in if we got 2 outs and 2 batters.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Dominic Fletcher steps to the plate for the White Sox. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. Just missed.
For the game, you'd rather perfect umpires and no strike challenges. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'd still leave that as an option. And I'm sure if you played online, it would just stay perfect umps. But, like, if that's a thing implemented into real MLB, is Fletcher's just casually hitting a 3-0 nuke, lefty-lefty. But if that was a thing put into MLB, then they would have to put it into this game in some form. I wonder how that would work. Because honestly, when challenges got put into the game just like for out and safe calls, they really did not flesh that out in the game. Like, the only times a play would be challengeable was out or safe at first base. Like, that was the only time I ever saw that pop up. I haven't seen that pop up ever this year. They seem to have taken it out of March to October. I don't know if it was still a thing in franchise mode, or if maybe they just gave up on it because it was so bare bones and only for that one type of play. Guess I should maybe get Crochet loosening up just in case Henches doesn't just mow through these last 3 hitters. There we go, though. That's a good start. And I didn't even switch my controller setting to pitching.
He's 2 outs away. And here is Corbin Carroll. 1 for 3.
That was a perfect, and that's not going anywhere. Wow. Does Corbin Carroll just have no power, or is that just unlucky? Wait a second, this is Brian Ramos. I didn't even notice that. I'm stuck on Henches. There we go. We traded away Brian Ramos, I think, for Jordan Lawler. I think it was part of that trade. And man, he's actually turned into pretty good. 35 homers with a solid 280 average, 841 OPS. That's exciting, because I was high on Brian Ramos when we had him around. I was hoping to be a guy. I was hoping for him to be a guy that we held on to, but when it was that chance to get Jordan Lawler, it wouldn't have made sense to pass up on that deal. But that's fun. He's a guy that I'm hoping does good for the White Sox in real life. Like, I'm hoping he turns into something, because he looks promising. He looks like a good young athlete. He didn't get a ton of playing time last year, then I think he got hurt, but he's one I'm excited for. I'm excited to see another chance this year. One down, 3 to go, guys. 3 more games, 3 more wins, I should say, of the World Series until we can call ourselves 6-time champs.
Being down 1-0 isn't the end of the world, but game 2 takes on a lot of extra meaning for them.
We got another lead, 2-1. Just got to hold on to it. Let's get right to it. Jared Schuster in again. Another massive strikeout game for him again. I think he had 14 punch-outs in his last start. He might surpass that in this one if he's still going good.
Welcome to the south side of Chicago and guaranteed rate field. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Chicago.
He's 88 pitches in. Energy's, it's not as strong, but he should have one more inning in him probably. Let's make sure we got, Munoz and Duran.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Nope, don't hang it.
And fouled off.
We're only up 1. Can't afford to miss a spot like that and give up the lead.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. On the ground to short.
Got a lot of speed though. Lawler's got him.
Plenty of time. The first
His former
to the seventh.
prospect teammate. Both those guys probably coming up together. Lawler and Drew Jones.
Muriel, batting with one down, takes the strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing.
Ooh, high fastball blowing past him. I'm going to go right back to that if he couldn't catch up to it. Are you just not ready for the heat? Nope, he was ready for the heat.
Hayes has it side.
Just barely missed that one.
Calls it in 2-away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Lawler? Oh, he doesn't quite have that much range. That was really testing it for him.
To the top of the order. Back to the top of the lineup, and next is the designated hitter, Akil Baddoo. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And a good eye there.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Oh, okay. Don't like that a couple guys are getting around on things now. I still want to get through this inning with Schuster, especially with a lefty up. It kind of feels like I may as well leave him in.
And it's impacting them across the board.
Spoils that one, and it
I don't think we've tried the change.
left-hand hitter waits.
Oh, okay. He's just going to foul everything off. Slider, maybe? Nope, we kept it in the zone. I'm not going for that. We'll let it drop in.
So that's 2
I don't want to go for that whiff, and then that's a tie game.
Very well in this one. I can watch base hits like
I might... Yeah, we'll call it there for Schuster. Especially now that there's a runner on second. We've got clutch ratings active. We'll go to our guy with the high clutch rating.
gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. New pitcher for the White Sox, Yohan.
There we go.
these are the
Give him 103 on the first pitch. Really get him off here. Now let's...
there's not much
No?
but at the same time, there's
Thought he was going to be swinging at that after seeing the high fastball the pitch before. Maybe we just stick with the heat then.
2 outs.
He was kind of around on it, but no matter. Lawler's there.
Zips it to first.
That probably shouldn't have turned into an inning where we were in a bit of a jam, but at least we got out of it.
And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Now Lawler gets a shot against his former team right away. Christian Javier out there.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Can't remember what year it was, but Christian Javier was definitely part of a White Sox March to October in the past. Was it 22?
Warming up as well. Swing and a miss.
He's keeping everything up in the zone, and I can't hit it. Weird pitches.
an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
And I'm just late.
Right center. Sizes this one.
Just late on the fastball right down the middle.
And there's one away. So up next for Chicago, Spencer Jones. That goes to corner.
If he throws it there, what chance do I have? Spencer Jones is already too tall. Look at that. Oh my God, he hit the same spot again. That should have been strike 2. It really should have been.
Ground ball right side.
Why is Christian Javier making it so tough?
Francisco
Mejia?
coming up to hit.
Mejia's had a lot of good swings of this playoff run. You want to get me on the board here against Javier? I don't know what's going on. 94 from him feels like outlier right now. Feels like all of a sudden the impossible sliders were turned on at the plate.
This has been a treat to watch.
2 down, nobody on. That one foul.
Okay, at least I'm around on that one. I saw that one, but I think I waited back too far, and I was too under it. No, timing was good.
And they'll do it again.
Okay, we're fighting.
Foul ball still, 1-2 count.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability.
Nope. I
Strikeout, and that'll do it for the
tried to check, but that was too bad of a pitch. I was not expecting Christian Javier to give me trouble like that.
the second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Kind of worries me now. Now we got to pitch, I feel like, even more carefully on the mound because I don't want to give up the lead.
Makes the grab on the run. And a quick out, number 1.
I mean, obviously, I never want to give up the lead, but like, if I'm having trouble hitting this game specifically, I don't want to give up the lead.
That one in triple digits. Big swing and a miss.
Didn't think he missed that. It didn't look like he missed that, at least. Oh, and he missed that too. The 12-6 in the zone. Kind of hung that one.
Described as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it forward, and it gets plenty of height on the end.
In the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Just
Ooh.
missed. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the late stages of game 2.
There we go. Grounder, Lawler, the person we traded for, getting out the guy we traded away. We just have 3 outs left to get. Let's see if we can add any insurance here. They are going to a new arm, so we don't have to deal with Javier anymore.
Santana.
Let me make sure I remember to get Crochet loosening up. Actually, I can probably do this schedule to put in game thing.
So the batting order turns over. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Dominic Fletcher. That's through there for a strike.
I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at bat.
That's a good swing.
Towards left.
It's hanging up in the air way too long, though, yeah.
Every day during batting practice, these outs
Seem to have a pretty fast outfield out there. That dude was moving fast, and I know they've got Corbin Carroll in right and Drew Jones in center. That one will test it. Nope, that one's getting over his head. There you go, Hayes.
Against the fence.
Let's get this insurance run. Let's bring him around to score.
well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right
Do I have anybody else? Do I want to get... Okay, we got to step out.
now. Do some damage.
Might have Fairchild. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in Stuart Fairchild here for a bit more speed on second, a bit more fielding in left to finish up the game.
Guerrero Jr. now.
Look at me making smart moves as the manager. Then I don't make smart swing decisions at the plate. Why are we chasing on a first pitch out of the zone with Vlad?
Jake Burger steps to the plate for the White Sox. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that's in there for strike 1.
Might have been on that. No, I said I was too late. It doesn't look too late based on that diagram.
And there's a ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 2. And a foul ball.
Hi, Cody. I agree. Go White Sox. True statement right there.
Fights that one away. Still
We've got 3 wins left. And then we got 6 World Series titles in a row. I'm sure that's a sentence that we'll be saying in 6 years' time for the real White Sox, too.
So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside play.
That's not going to get over a guy like Corbin Carroll's head. Tied today? I'll be honest, I have not I have not kept up much with the White Sox preseason. I still got to figure out a way to watch them. I don't have the means yet, at least in my current setup, to get the Chicago Sports Network. I was actually kind of looking at like really cheap TVs, because like if the only thing I'm gonna watch on the TV would be if I get the Chicago Sports Network on it and watch the White Sox, I feel like I don't need some like crazy good TV. I was looking, I can get it's still a 4K TV for like $140. Feels very cheap. I don't live in Chicago, but my problem right now is in here in this room, I have 2 computer monitors. I don't have a TV. So to get it through the antenna, I don't have the hookup. So I know I could probably get like a antenna to HDMI converter type thing or something, but that would still be a hassle, because then I'm having to change plugs every time I want to watch a game and stuff like that. But if I get a TV, and then I can just plug the antenna cable straight into that, make it easier. But I don't know if I'm set on that or not. It would have been very ideal if they could have just worked out some sort of deal with YouTube TV and just get it on YouTube TV.
First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Now a chance for Julian Muriel. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth.
1 to go. Let's finish it out, Crochet. All right, that'll do it. You want the punch out when you go with the slider in like that, but that's 2 down. You found a fan to struggle if I'm going, wait a second, I don't want to have any trouble reading that message. You found a fan to struggle if I'm going to this through the same game you're going through the White Sox losing. I think I get what you're saying. Yeah, you got somebody to struggle through the season with.
A lot of work to do to get back into this. They need to bounce back next time out.
I don't know. I'm still somehow maintaining some levels of optimism, just because I've convinced myself that there's no way it can get worse. And the White Sox have gotten worse every year since 2021. And it's like, hey, this will be the first year since then that we won't have gotten worse. Do I like the Blackhawks? I would say, yeah, if there was a team I was a fan of in the NHL, it'd be the Blackhawks. I just don't really pay attention to hockey all that much. All right, we got a 2-2 tie, top 8. So we actually have a shorter game this time to break the tie. Let's do it. Kevin Pareda in. Why is Kevin Pareda in? What would have happened to get Kevin Pareda in the game? Me too, Cody. Baseball is my #1 sport by far. I will say, on a Sunday during football season, I don't know if there's anything that beats watching football, but as a whole, baseball is definitely my favorite sport.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome.
All right, skip through all of that. What do we have here? I guess we can't go to the manager right now, but how did Kevin Pareda get in the game? The manager, the CPU manager, just pinch hit. Okay. Montgomery has a homer, so we got to deal with the rest of this game with no Spencer Jones. Probably just means Stuart Fairchild will come in to play defense, but it's all on Kevin Pareda right now. You miss Jason, the broadcast. He had the same disability as you. You don't like John Schriffen, I think you mean. I mean, Jason Benetti was awesome. I think the dynamic that him and Steve Stone had actually was kind of what got me back into watching as much baseball as now I do. But no, Blue, I had to keep with Pareda with how good he had done for me. I wanted to see what he'd do. That was on me that I didn't make a good swing. But yeah, as much as I miss Jason, there's something about John Schriffen that I like. It's like his just like hopeless optimism, I guess would be how I'd call it. Like he called the White Sox games last year like they were on the verge of being World Series contenders. He acted like these guys were awesome, and they were a 41 and 121 team.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
My night's been good. MLB White Sox. I'm sure you're the MLB White Sox, right? Kind of don't like this though if I'm not scoring runs here. I don't want to leave myself until the 9th and then we have to score or else we got a threat of being walked off on. Well, and I think that's what's going to happen because I don't think that's getting down. Oh, it is getting down. Okay. It probably shouldn't have. It was the bathroom break curse. Maybe it is. Maybe the bathroom break stuff doesn't kick in until somebody has 2 wins in the World Series. Play the Angels on opening day. I'm looking forward to that matchup. I mean, it was a very different time, but I remember that opening series against the Angels in 2021. For whatever reason, that always stands out as being such a fun opening series of baseball to me.
2 outs.
I don't think I got enough of that. All right, then. It'll be tied. Well, I shouldn't say. I was gonna say it's gonna be tied going into the 9th, but we still actually got to get to the 9th, keeping it tied. Why did we ever get rid of JB for the? Now I'm not. I won't let us call Schriffen a clown here. I'm a John Schriffen fan here, even though I will say he's not on the level of Jason Benetti. But there's just something about John Schriffen that he just makes me smile. I don't know why. He's just fun. I do miss Benetti though. Like I was saying, him and Steve Stone's dynamic calling games was what got me into watching as much baseball as I do now. Like as much as it was about watching the game, it was like watching them and hearing them talk.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
He's too wild and crazy. He's funny, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I feel like baseball can use a little bit of wild and crazy sometimes. There's not enough of it.
The 0-2.
There we go. What a pitch.
This is Corbin Carroll, known for his late-inning heroics.
You know, I was completely focused on defending my guy John Schriffen. I was kind of on autopilot with what I did with the bullpen.
Base is empty, 1 away here in Game 3. There's a swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Hauk? Yeah, he's not Superman on that one. Oh my god, I forgot to bring in Fairchild. Oh no. Oh no. Nobody reminded me. That actually cost us an extra base. Oh god. This is bad. This is all of a sudden scary. Wow. That could not have gone worse. I think I still got to leave Henches in, right? He's stuck. Yep. The moment you began to not love Schriffen is when he said vote Martin Maldonado for the All-Star game. See, that I feel like that's the kind of thing that does make me like him. like I was saying, the hopeless optimism he has, the fact that he called the games and hyped up the Sox players like they were contenders when they were the worst team ever. It's kind of like, I don't know if anybody here watches like wrestling, but it was almost like watching wrestling where it was like commentators just, ooh, okay, that's a way to get him off the base. But it's like if commentators, you know, they're playing along with the story and hyping up certain people when, like, you know it's not the case or something like that. That was actually a huge play to get Corbin Carroll being greedy like that. How this time is he Superman? No, he didn't make the play twice now. 2 diving plays that Houck isn't making. Sorry you stole JB from you. I hope you enjoy him. See, I feel like the thing that made it hurt even more was the fact that, like, he grew up, I'm pretty sure he grew up a White Sox fan. Like, I know he was from Chicago, or at least the Chicago area. I think he grew up a Sox fan. So, like, he ends up getting to call games for his favorite team, and then they just move on from him. Are we doing the off-season too in this stream? Nah, I'm probably going to be done. This will probably be a wrap on the White Sox March to October once this stream's over. I guess I could have just gone to first.
One left for Arizona, and this game is still tied at 2-2.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was toying with the idea of maybe simulating another couple seasons after we're done here, but I don't know. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I think once we finish up this World Series, that'll put a nice little bow on the White Sox March to October. Vlad, there we go. We need that. That's the go-ahead run right there. If it was anybody but Vlad, I would pinch run for him, but I don't want to take his bat out of the lineup in case we do have to go into extras.
That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Stepping in, Jake Berger out front, and
I should maybe do one more stream after this and maybe just put everything. Yeah, like I said, I was thinking about it, but I don't know. Just because tomorrow night is when the new game comes out, I was kind of thinking I would not stream again for 4 days in a row tomorrow, like during the day, and just wait until the new game comes out. And I think that's what I'm going to stick with. I definitely appreciate, though, that you want to see more, that I've built in intriguing enough. Yo, Davey's warming up? I didn't notice that. I wasn't paying attention. We got to do something then. We got to get him into this game. No, Burger, come on. I got too excited, I think, after hearing about Davey Garcia. Look at what Montgomery's doing this postseason. I didn't notice that. 406 average? I should have swung. I might have been on that. No, I was late. Okay, good thing I didn't then. Okay, good eye that time. Oh, no. No, come on. Okay. Oh, that was not a good swing at all, but that works. You'd be very interested to see a future simulation, maybe condensed in a video. I could wait a little bit to do 2020 MLB 25 stuff first. I don't know. Maybe. I think in the slight chance I would do something like that, maybe it would just be something I put on the stream channel, even if it doesn't end up as a stream. I don't know. I just like part of what I'm thinking is, I know you guys still care, but like once the new game comes out, nobody really cares about the old stuff anymore. So I know you guys that like, you know, that followed along with this March to October and stuff, you know, I appreciate that, but at the same time it just, I don't know, doesn't seem as interesting to me. Kind of want to move on to the next stuff. Didn't want to do that, Hauk. You're supposed to be the clutch guy. Does this give us Lawler, though? Lawler against his former team. Take a lead off a second with Vlad. You know, I should make sure who... Ooh, that's a strong arm in center. Okay, we got to keep that in mind if we hit one up the middle. Now it's 0-2. That would have been so nice to sneak fair.
Runner edges away at second. One ball, two strikes. In the dirt, but kept close. Well done behind the dish.
Okay.
Stop takes the ball. They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Okay. Runners are going to be on the move.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Oh, I waited back too far. What game of the World Series is this? Game 3. We've got a 2-0 lead.
2 on, 2 outs.
All right, I'll take a walk, although it brings up Stuart Fairchild, and I can't do anything about that. Because we gotta, okay, I'll check just to make sure, but yeah. Termarr Johnson, Yandy Diaz. Actually, look at this. When did he get here? I didn't even notice this. We got Jimmy Hernandez on the big league squad for the playoffs. All right. I don't see where that would be a use because, I don't know. Our only guy on the bench who could play outfield is Yandy Diaz, but I'm not about to put him in the outfield. Because if we don't come through in this spot, then we have to keep them from scoring, and all of a sudden it's on Yandy Diaz and left to prevent a run? No thanks. Make Grant Taylor hit. With how much he's had to perform in this year's March to October, maybe I should. Or if this dude wants to be wild again and we can just wait him out, let Fairchild walk in a run.
2 outs.
Oh, I almost swung, but no, we're being patient right now. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm taking. I am not swinging the bat. Not on a 2-0. We'll let him be wild. Okay, well, it's still a good pitch to take on a 2-0 count. Not something I would have wanted to swing at. And that was just a good pitch. No shot. I missed that, and it's not going to tell me how. Oh, I don't like this. Because now we're one unlucky swing of the bat away from our massive winning streak being snapped. I might stick with Duran. He only threw 5 pitches. We'll get, I mean, we should get Crochet warming up probably. Get our best arms available. Gotta pitch very carefully here. And then, of course, I get a yellow release immediately. Good thing he was taking. I have no idea how I missed that swing with Stuart Fairchild. I don't know if maybe the timing was off. I don't know if I moved the PCI too far. I really couldn't tell.
That one just misses, and a count 1-2.
All right, there we go. That's a good start.
Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner with 2 strikes. You just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on and
Okay, that's a good pitch, even with the yellow.
find a way to shorten up the swing.
PS5. Playing PS5.
The 0-1. Right side. And it's just foul. That was close.
I've always been a PlayStation guy. I've had 1 through 5.
Is down and in.
There we go. The fastball up and away. 1 to go, Duran.
Now 2 away. He's really
Another nice feature for 25. No need to... I think that's only for 3-inning games. They were saying that that's a thing. I think if you're playing a full game, you still got to warm up your bullpen. And actually, I don't know if they were just saying 3-inning games online or 3-inning games overall. I think it's probably offline too.
Next pitch is downstairs.
But I know that's always been an option you could toggle if you were playing like franchise or something. You could turn off warming up relievers and just have them instantly ready. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh. That was scary, but we're good. We're sending it to extras.
command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
You don't like the Cubs? I don't mind the Cubs. I don't really buy into the crosstown rivalry as much as I used to. There he is! Davy Garcia. Let's beat up on him.
He has some nasty breaking stuff.
It was the long game. We were playing the long game. Had to send it to extras just so we got a chance to face Davy Garcia, the source of so much frustration throughout this March to October. And then, of course, he's going to dot me up first pitch he throws. Oh, we got to keep that fair. PCI was all over that, man.
Righty to the plate. That one close.
I don't know how that was called a ball. That was the same pitch he threw. That was actually, look at this. Look at the difference between the 3 and the 1. The 1 is further outside than the 3. But the 3 is a ball somehow. Make it make sense. And then I missed the hanging curve. There's no way I just missed that.
And there's one down.
Top of the order. We're all good. Yeah, I don't know, Blue. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. We don't have to worry about that anymore, though.
For the White Sox. Fall off.
I'm too amped up. I want to hit him too bad.
Bases empty, 1 away. You're in extra innings.
Oh, and then I go chasing that, and I was way late.
Fastball fly and elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
I didn't even realize, but Dominic Fletcher's up to 99 contact versus righties.
Good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball is going to make that pitcher really have to respect.
That's not going to get down, is it? Now with all that speed in center. Oh, it is! He misplayed it! Okay. 1 out double for Fletcher just over Drew Jones's glove.
Fielders in today's game are so
That
talented.
means we'll be getting Vlad up to the plate this inning. Because we can't ground into a double play unless I like line into a double play or something. Yeah, I'll look at the awards and stuff after this is over. We'll go into franchise mode so we can see that sort of thing.
Run is at second.
That's not gonna help. That's not gonna move him up, man. I feel like in a way I've kind of been all over everything Davy's been throwing, but there's been something a little off on every swing.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys intentionally.
No, they're not gonna intentionally walk Vlad. No, that's just cruel.
I totally understand
It's okay. Berger has come in clutch. He has 2 very clutch homers already. Oh. I gotta wait back. He doesn't throw that hard. Right, good take. Didn't Jake? Yeah, we brought him back. This is year 6 of this March to October, so this is well into the future.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Jake Berger, no, no. I was very early. That fooled me. That tricked me. And then I'm late. I actually let Davy Garcia beat me. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good at all. What do we got to do here? Probably get Duran out. We got 2 lefties up. Do I want to go Crochet? I think I'll go Crochet. Get our best arm in right now. Am I going to do Road to the Show on GOAT with the sliders jacked up? Probably not. I do want to play Road to the Show. I'll probably just play it on GOAT difficulty and not do the impossible slider thing. At least not right away. I mean, that is still something that intrigues me to flesh it out as much as I hoped I would flesh it out this year, and I didn't really get to it before I lost interest in the game. But at least to start, just because I want to play Road to the Show, I'll probably just play it on normal GOAT difficulty first. It's very fortunate that he couldn't drop that bunt down. That's 2 free strikes. And now he's not going to chase. I want to go to the slider again. We can get him, right? There we go. All right, lefty slider. If the Sox win World Series in my franchise mode, you'll be so happy because you'll never see one in your 13 years of being alive. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be just barely old enough to have vague memories of the 05 World Series win. So at least I have experienced a White Sox World Series in my lifetime, but I was 5, I think, when it happened. I do, Cody. I remember that all too well. That series stunk. I was very bitter during the course of that ALDS against Houston because, I just remember scrolling through Twitter, which is a terrible thing to do. You shouldn't scroll through Twitter, but I was scrolling through Twitter during that series, and it's like everybody who was talking about those games were all writing the Sox off. They're like, this is a total mismatch. And I was just like, there's no way. The Sox have so much good players. Their pitching is really good. I don't know how you can just write them off and say this is a lopsided series. And then it was. I was just wrong. It was a very lopsided series. And now Crochet can't hit a spot. I think the worst thing, Cody, for me was when it was over, and I kind of that last game of the series was over before it was over, so you knew the season was over. But I remember when that game ended, I was like, whatever. This group was young. We'll be back next year. This isn't going to be that much of a setback. They haven't quite been back now, have they? All right, man. 11th inning. Looks like they're leaving Garcia out there. We get another chance. And I feel like he's taunting me. Not only is Davy Garcia shutting me down, but he's hanging pitches right down the middle that I'm not hitting. This is just cruel.
base is empty.
Oh, that had a lot of break. All right. And that's what it feels like right now, Blue. Final boss, Davy Garcia. I thought that's going to get caught too. He really is. Oh, it's not going to get caught. Okay, we have hope again. Another one-out double that just got over the glove. But no, I was so down on Davy Garcia the whole time we had him that I've convinced myself he's terrible and should be easy to hit. Okay, thank you. I barely tapped the button there. Didn't even think it'd register as a check swing.
Man at second.
It's fine. We live with that. Kind of hope Lawler does something, though, so it doesn't come down to Stuart Fairchild again. And he's not going to do that. Oh, Stuart, come through for me this time. I'm stuck. I'm stuck with him. I can't bring in anybody else because then we don't have a center fielder. And then I missed the first pitch. Another one right down the middle. One of these innings, we're going to run out of luck here, and they're actually going to do it, and we're going to have our postseason winning streak snapped. I didn't even make it long enough to see the "In Stuart We Trust" message. Got the fastball right down the middle. You have to swing, but got to get around on it too. Might as well warm up Gallen at this point. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Because, yeah, I did not like what Dustin May did for me in that one game. That's not a bad idea at all. I might still go Munoz next out of the pen. But if we need Gallen after that, then yeah, for sure. There we go. Crochet doing his job still. Let's be cognizant of the matchups here. This dude, I guess he is slightly better against lefties overall. It's not that much of a difference. What about the next guy? Moreno. Kind of the same thing. I might push Crochet.
By keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in.
There we go.
But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Just missed.
Sorry, I missed the last message, Cody. I didn't see. But I don't know. I don't know if I want them to rush to bring Montgomery up. You know? Like, it's not like the team's going to be good enough to compete. So if he's not ready, you know, don't force the issue to bring him up. I hope he's good. Oh, what a spot! Wow. Oh, you said you miss Garrett Crochet. I do too. I wasn't the biggest fan of the fact they traded him, but the more time that passes, the more I've come around on it. And we've extended our lifespan one more inning. Let's do something finally. They're still leaving Davy Garcia in. This becomes more and more of an insult with every new batter he continues to face, especially if I keep not doing anything. Yeah, not here. Not at this stadium. We need a big Dominic Fletcher swing against his former team. Nope, I keep hitting it to center. I don't understand. What is so difficult about squaring up the ball against Davy Garcia? He must have just really come a long way since we got rid of him. I'm either too early or my timing's a little bit too late.
You're deep into extra innings. That misses, and 1-1.
Am I family friendly? I would consider myself family friendly.
Chip swing, did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and a nice inning of
I'm tired of this now.
3.
Tired of letting Davy Garcia do whatever he wants against me. This
Bottom of the 12th inning.
This is so much worse than just simply the fact that we're still playing at this point, but the fact that it's Davy Garcia that's shutting me down.
Pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. That's in there.
See, it was supposed to be my revenge tour, though, against Davy Garcia.
You set your sights a little bit higher.
He was the one that caused me frustration, not the other way around.
There's one away here in the 12th.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. He's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone. Sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
You know what I gotta start telling myself if we can extend this to the 13th? If I lose and we have to play another game, that just means the longer I have to wait until I can eat something. That'll be the motivation I need.
2 away. Brett Wisely stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one misses, and that's ball 1. 1-0-1 on the gun, swing and a miss.
Okay. Just wipe him out with this back foot slider here. That works. That was an unexpectedly difficult meter, too. I almost messed it up.
13.
Yeah, Zach Gallen is warming up. It's actually kind of crazy how many former D-backs we have on this team. Maybe that's fitting that this is our final matchup then.
Inning number 13 set to go. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Garcia back to work. Wouldn't chase that time.
How much energy? I mean, Garcia is mowing us down. Yeah, he's got plenty of energy. They're going to leave him in until either he gives something up or he's out of gas.
The wind of the pitch.
Even Vlad can't do anything against Garcia. I thought maybe he was the one guy that got the bat taken out of his hands. They intentionally walked him last time up. He didn't really get to face Garcia, but no, not even Vlad can do it.
Outside, ball 1. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty.
Ah,
In the air, right field.
I don't get it.
Is this one up?
The pitch before, fastball 91, I'm too early. Then he comes back with a little extra 94, and I'm too far behind it. It's like I try to make the adjustment, but then he out-adjusts me. And then look, I'm too early again.
That is strike 1. The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You gotta step out of the box, fake bunt, do something.
Oh my god, he's eating me alive. This is unreal.
And he'll shoot. And looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Oh, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense that Davy Garcia is absolutely locking me down like this. I'm gonna stick with Munoz for a little bit more. He dominated that last inning.
Misses for ball 1.
But Gallen will be the next one out.
Just missed.
Really been able to slow down the game
Now
tonight.
Munoz is looking shaky because of course he is.
And so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Next over misses, and that's ball 3. That one a triple digit.
I'm laughing too, Blue. This is all you can do is laugh at this point. I'm lucky he swung at that because that would have been ball 4.
Throws to
Okay, that was dangerous. I mean, we've already played like an extra game's worth of game now in this one. We can't lose and then add on actually another game's worth. Nice play on all sides. Need the call there. Need to get that call. Okay. Guess that's the same as if we ended up walking him, but now we got to deal with Corbin Carroll. You might be onto something there, Yandy Diaz. But then again, Stuart Fairchild never played with him, and it's not like he's fared well. I don't know. I feel like I can't leave a tired or a getting tired Munoz in. I'm going to Gallen against Corbin Carroll. This is our last line of defense right now, it feels like. Two-time Cy Young Award winner, Zach Gallen, going against his former team. I guess we will, just in case. We'll get some more arms warming up. See, my favorite pitch with Gallen is this cutter, but I'm a little scared. Okay. Oh, okay, that could have been way worse. We're all good. We're fine. We're fine.
Two consecutive base hits for this team. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just
Hauk? Okay. On to the 14th. We live to fight another day. And it's still Davy Garcia. I don't know. At this point, I'm torn. Do I want them to leave him in so that I have the chance to do something against him, or do I just want to take him out of the game? Okay, that's something. I finally hit the hanging circle change. I mean, we've gotten doubles before. We haven't done anything with it, but at least this one's a no-out double. Do I bunt him over? Nah, that won't go well. I can see about 4 different ways that trying to bunt him over to third doesn't go well. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. MLB White Sox, but honestly, this might be something. Okay, doesn't get down, but getting him up to third. All right. I don't know how to explain it, man, but yeah, for some reason, Davy Garcia, he's come back with a vengeance here. Oh my God, it comes down to Stewart again. Come on, Stu.
You have to stay calm and focused in the box. It's much easier said than done, especially when you're playing in the postseason. In the infield,
I'm visualizing. I'm trying to visualize a base hit right back up the middle, line drive. That's brutal. That's a brutal pitch.
strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play. Here's a 1-1.
That was the same pitch. That might do it, though. We gotta risk it. 66 speed. I think I took off perfectly. We're in. Finally, we did something against Davy Garcia. It still wasn't in the dominant fashion that I would have hoped. But Colin Hauk with the double, Fairchild with the sac fly. The only thing is we don't have a closer to finish the game. We just got to stick with Gallen and hope he has it in him to finish a game like that. And then I missed that. Okay, I mean, I shouldn't. I don't know what it was about Davy Garcia to get me off on every single pitch he threw. I just couldn't square it up. But hopefully we did enough. Please, Gallen. Please. I don't know why I'm staring at my space bar pleading to Zach Gallen. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know what maybe. Let's just finish this. I feel like I'm overthinking every pitch right now.
Ball down the left field line, but looking foul.
It's just a long strike, too. That's all that was.
Right-hander kick steals.
And there's strike 3. A very short strike 3. 2 to go.
Out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count. Get the guy in the box.
Nice, nice. Get a chase for strike 1. Let's see, maybe another chase here. Maybe weak contact on a cutter. Or he'll have a perfect eye on it. There we go. That's a nice pitch. Let's go to that slider again. See if we can get another chase.
Deep into extras.
We can. One more gallon, please.
We saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms.
Okay, yes. Miss out of the zone. If we're going to get a yellow, miss out of the zone.
The next to hit.
You know what? I don't like that pitch. I don't like it. Oh, Gallon seals it himself. We finally did it, and we still have one more game to play, but at least that one's over. I don't know what happened there. We have been crushing the ball at the plate this whole stream, and then all of a sudden against the one guy that I want to destroy the most, I just stopped. But at least we did it. Yeah, for all the haters.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Actually,
Couldn't settle this one in
I completely forgot about that call there.
postseason.
For all the haters, stand up.
A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton. And
Imagine how that first Southside stand-up is going to hit next year when it happens in like May.
so the Chicago White Sox certainly look like they're on their way to the World Championship.
Actually, I had a bold prediction for the White Sox, very bold.
These guys are gonna
But my very bold prediction for the White Sox is they start the season rattling off somewhere between 6 to 8 wins in a row. On a somewhere between 6 to 8 wins, 6, 7, or 8 win streak to start the season. Just enough for people to be like, wait a second, what are these White Sox? And then they end the first month, and that's like all the wins they get, basically. But that's my bold prediction, is they come out of the gates with something. Alright, all we have left to do is wrap up a 4-2 lead. We do have a little bit of a jam to get out of, but if we do, we should be fine. You say they sweep the Angels but lose the next 7 games? I mean, they swept the Angels to end the season, or the second to last series, right? Last year? I don't see why they can't do it again.
Show coming up, it's the Chicago White Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. One down. Gabriel.
It'd be hilarious if we win the division this year. That would be, yeah, that'd be like the ultimate prank. It is Grant Taylor on the mound again, but he's not staying on for long. I saw that energy. You know what? Honestly, our bullpen energy is not as bad as I thought it would be. Crochet's really the only one. I mean, even him, he's not too tired. I think we go Barlow here. That probably makes the most sense. Or May. Should I go May? I mean, there's a runner on second right now. Or should I do, you know what? Yeah, I'll just do that. Since Duran's already a bit tired, we'll just go to him right away. With the clutch situation with the runner on second.
Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen.
You're going to opening day? Favorite holiday of the year? Have fun, man. I'm jealous. Hopefully it's good weather, because I feel like that's always going to be hit or miss with early season White Sox games.
So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this.
We're already on the pitching settings. We just got to get through this inning. If we can get through this inning, our pitching has been good enough that I feel like it can take us through to the end of this one. And I guess actually, since this was a Grant Taylor start, I was gonna say we could get away with throwing Johnny Castro if we needed to and have an extra lefty. That was a big strikeout. But I guess in case we lose this game, I would want to make sure we had Castro ready to go for the next one. You went to opening day last year and it was at night and you couldn't find parking? Huh. I never really heard of not being able to find parking being an issue for the Sox. Not just because they have parking lots, but just because, you know, you wouldn't think enough people would show up to make the parking lot fill up. There we go. There we go. Opening day is very hectic because of all the news workers and big crowds. I guess, I mean, yeah, I've never been to opening day, but I don't know. I feel like you think of recent White Sox and you don't think of big crowds. What's up, Jimby? How we doing? Ooh. What was that all about? Is that a little frustration being down 3-0 in the series? There we go. Inside out, that one. Show them how we tolerate fastballs up and in at the face. Yeah, Blue, I got a spam triangle like the MVP 05 days. Or I guess that wasn't charge the mound. That was bring the manager out to argue. Toxic, good to see you here, man. We're getting close to wrapping things up though. This is game 4 of the World Series. 3-0 lead right now. Vlad, that's gonna give us another run, right? 51 speed with this deep outfield. He actually cut it off before it got to the wall, but we should be good, right? That was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Any insurance is good insurance. If we can do like one more thing at the plate, then I'm feeling real good. I'm already feeling real good up 3, but if Berger can bring Vlad around, then I'm ready to feel like this one's taken care of. Ah, okay, at least that's going to drop in. No reason to send Vlad. We still have nobody out this inning.
First and third now with nobody out. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. He's 0 for 1.
Well, that'll drive Vlad in. I did say that was the threshold that we needed to cross for me to say I feel good about this game. I just wish it didn't happen on a double play. But a 4-run lead does feel very safe now.
That's to third.
You know, don't forget that Colin Houck, he is the real hero of that last game. Finally breaking through and hitting that double down the line against Garcia. He actually, I didn't even realize he has not had a good postseason. 195 average for him. He's usually like rock solid come playoff time. That one not against Carroll. Not gonna drop it against Carroll. Well, either way, Toxic, thanks for showing up. And if you do miss the end, or if you want to go back and watch my misery against David Garcia, you know where to do it. The second channel, the stream channel. JK Perfect 10 streams on YouTube. Made it real easy.
And we're back. Now the shortstop, Tommy Troy. So you talk about a guy that has all the skills.
I've been trying to get those VODs uploaded as quick as possible. But boy, does it take a long time to upload a near 4-hour video. And this one's probably gonna end up being the longest of them all because we're at 3 hours 40 minutes now, and we're not even done yet. There we go. It's just a formality. It's just counting outs, like I said against the Yankees. We just need to count down now from 8.
Guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1.
Kind of hoping Duran would be able to kind of mow through this inning. I felt safe leaving him out there after getting the lead we have now.
Pulls it in for the out.
If I'm streaming on YouTube, surely I can just save the stream VOD as public. Yeah, I mean, I made a change way back last year when I started streaming, where I started unlisting the VODs, and then I made that other channel. I had bigger plans for that other channel that didn't come true, but I'm hoping to implement that this year with 25. So at least for these couple streams, I'm still gonna upload those over there. But going forward, as long as I continue multi-streaming, I'm gonna go back to leaving the VODs public. And then I'll still like break it down into segments, and then that'll be what I upload to the other channel, if that makes any sense. So like if I stream in like the first hour and a half, we play March to October, and then after that I play ranked, the whole VOD will be up, you know, as the stream replay on the YouTube channel. But then on the other channel, it'll be like the hour and a half of March to October will be one video, and then the ranked games, or maybe even each individual ranked game, would be its own video. I just missed that, didn't I?
Settles underneath it. Makes the catch for the out. One away. Almost
Streams on main channel, VODs uploaded, public on second. For this one. Going forward though, I'm thinking I'm gonna leave the actual stream VODs, like the whole thing, live, or public on the channel, and then like I said, kind of break it down into segments into its own video on the other one. Part of that's just because I'm thinking, like, if I do stream March to October, like I'm saying I will, I don't really plan on it being like these streams where I stream the entire time playing March to October. I'm kind of thinking of breaking down into shorter chunks per stream. But if I play some March to October and then something else, anybody who's interested in just the March to October part, or just the something else part, you know, then you gotta get through the rest of the stuff or figure out what happened in the stream. So that's why I figure that other channel can still exist, because then it'll you know, it'll be only what you're looking for, and you'll understand once it starts. Is MLB 25 coming out tomorrow? Or MLB 25 pre-order coming out tomorrow? Yeah, we've got actually right now exactly 26 hours, and the game will be out on early access. One more sleep.
Next pitch in for a strike. 1-2.
Oh my god, okay. Wow. That was actually right down the middle.
Back here in the desert.
Oh, why did I think I had Barlow loosening up? I guess henches make sense anyway. 3 straight lefties.
Sam Henches gets the ball now, and he's got a nice
Dom against his old squad. Yep, him and Gallen and Jordan Lawler. All former D-backs on this team.
as the lefty gets to work.
And then the D-backs have our Brian Ramos, because we traded Brian Ramos for Jordan Lawler a couple years back. That should be a nice first out of the 8th. 5 to go on the countdown.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Donovan in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, and at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how
Lawler, I don't need to dive. That is such a nice play. Deep in the hole and short.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Look at me, just challenging Corbin Carroll up and in with Sam Henches. You know I'm feeling good when I'm just throwing fastballs right down the middle. I guess not down the middle. Challenging Carroll. 3 outs to go. That's all we need. Oh yeah, and Davey Garcia, forgot to mention him. And Jared Kelly. Dude, I do think they had Jared Kelly. I didn't even remember he was one of our guys. Yeah, he's pitching right now. Completely forgot he was one of our guys. I'm guessing he was also part of the Lawler trade. Because yeah, that's something that I always forget about, but I really hope it's something that changes. But CPU teams don't trade with each other at all. Like, the only time CPU teams change at all is if we trade with them or they sign somebody in the offseason. Oh, we couldn't end the White Sox March to October without one more perfect nuke with Vlad, could we? That's such a fitting way to conclude his journey. He has to be the #1 guy. He has to be the guy when we go back and think about White Sox March to October on MLB 24.
Here's the White Sox DH, Jake Berger.
That sounded pretty solid too, but I don't think we got enough of that to center. You know what? I gotta warm somebody up, but what do we think, guys? Do we get the final out with Garrett Crochet, the guy who's been here the whole time? Or do we get the final out with Jeremy Bench, who was the first player I ever drafted in March to October make the MLB? I think both of them are significant. Blue, you say Crochet. Cody with Crochet. Okay.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, but Mr. MLB White Sox here wants Bench. That's 2-1 now. Anybody else for Bench? Even it up.
That's outside, and it's 1-1. And the pitch. Now,
Oh, we gotta decide now. I thought that was gonna get through.
but the White Sox get 1 on a homer. It's now a 7-2 ball game.
Well, it really is up to me now, David, because that's 2 for Bench, 2 for Crochet. I can't lie. I feel like it needs to be Crochet if I'm the deciding vote. I think it's got to be Garrett. Actually, we'll do a mound visit to get him to full energy.
Brian Ramos.
But he's been the fixture. He's been the closer this entire series. I think we got to call upon him one last time.
One of the better runs in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Now watch him like fall apart. Watch me not be able to pitch with him. Okay, there we go. I think he was early on that. Yep. So we'll go with that change up next. There we go. One more whiff. Nope, he waited back that time.
And here it comes.
Ooh, okay. Okay, Ramos. Calm down here. You're down 5. Let's just get this over with. Okay. He tried. He tried his hardest. Didn't even make it to the track, though.
Here's the catcher to hit, Gabriel Moreno. And that one is inside.
Well,
You know, I would prefer if Crochet didn't keep, like, just missing the zone. There we go. I guess if he is, let's get some swings. There we go. Can we get a strikeout on a slider? Telling me he's getting tired now. But it doesn't matter. He doesn't ever have to pitch again after today. 1 to go. Drew Jones is all that stands in our way. Strike 1. Don't get too hyped yet, guys. Still 2 more strikes to get. Strike 2. Oh my God, what was that attempt? Back foot slider. 1 final pitch. Vlad is gonna make the final out. That is so fitting. Crochet pitch to Vlad, unassisted, put out. We did it. 6 straight World Series titles. History is made. No team has ever done this before until us, until the White Sox. Starting out 2024, the worst team in the MLB, took them all the way to the World Series in year 1, and then we've just been a dynasty since then. What a journey. What a journey this was. I remember I said before 24 was coming out, or at least maybe it was in that first episode, I was like, you know what, this year I want to have like the ultimate March to October, get through as many seasons as I can, because I had never gotten past, I think, 4, and last season I stopped and switched to franchise, and I think we did that. 6 years in a row of winning the World Series. There we go. One last trophy presentation. Feels good. Feels fulfilling. Also, the fact that I actually finished this whole thing in 3 days of streaming. I didn't know if I would. I thought I waited too long, waiting all the way until Monday to get our first stream out of the way. But 3 straight days of 4-hour streams. Now we know, man. Now we know you can finish a whole March to October season in like under 12 hours. And I feel like if I was really trying to speed run it, we can get that down even further. But yeah, we're not quite done yet. We're gonna take a look at awards. Maybe take one last look at some stats. I don't know, but I don't want to spend too much more time because my tummy's rumbling. All right, here we go. Continuing franchise. Let's see who won these awards. I think. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I need to save anything. But yeah, I think top right's where I need to be. I normally like going to monthly awards first, so let's do that. Quick switch to April. Jeremy Bench was Oh, we knew that. No, I remember that. Jeremy Bench, pitcher of the month in April. And then nothing in May. Grant Taylor in June with a 1.58 ERA. Jared Schuster, so that's 3 different pitchers the month we had. And then Mejia. Francisco Mejia, 442 batting average in July to take home player of the month. August it was Eater and Fletcher, almost a 500 average for Fletcher. So that's what, 4 different pitchers we had get player or pitcher of the month. And then September nothing. What happened in September? Okay. Nobody played in September, I guess. That's weird. Never seen that before. Let's assume Gallon won it, because why not? Alright, and then real awards. Any predictions? Any predictions, guys? I normally, when I record these videos, I like coming up with predictions. I'm gonna say postseason MVP is gonna be Fletcher. I feel like he was doing a lot. World Series MVP, though, man, I don't know. I can't think of who stood out among everybody, and specifically the World Series. Might want to save this over an older season. I mean, as long as the March to October exists, we can always get back into the franchise mode. So I don't think I need to worry about making sure this specifically is saved. We got a Vladdy for World Series. We got a Houck for World Series MVP. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It never goes to pitching, and maybe in the World Series we would have a pitcher who it should go to, but they never give that award out to pitchers. Let's see. Let's go to it then. We're going to see World Series first. Colson Montgomery with a 333 average and a homer, taking home World Series MVP. And then let's go back. Postseason MVP as a whole. It also goes to Colson Montgomery, sweeping up these awards here in the playoffs. Am I going to do White Sox again for 25? No, I'm going to do White Sox for a franchise, probably a couple weeks in, once the roster updates kick in. And when the game comes out, I'll do a different team. On GOAT difficulty. We'll give that a try. Alright, regular season MVP. I don't think any of our guys had it, because I remember looking at Juan Soto and he went crazy. And Leo Sierra, the catcher from the A's. So let's see. It was Leo Sierra. I mean, tough to beat out a season like that. A catcher who bats .350 and hits 50 home runs at 23 years old. This guy's got 171 career home runs, and he's only 23. Ridiculous. To think I was one pick away from getting this guy too. NL MVP is going to be Eloy. Look at that. I don't think he won any with us, right? No, that was some March to October in the past. Eloy Jimenez winning MVP. That is that's something, man. A 50 homer season from him. He has gone off in Milwaukee since we got rid of him. He's played every single game. That's fun. I like that. And then Acuna and Shohei finishing behind him. You probably could make the case Shohei should have won it, but I won't complain. Alright, what comes next then? Cy Young. We did win it again. 6 straight years with the Cy Young Award, and it was all 3 of our guys in the top. This time it was Schuster. So let's see. I think we won it with Cease the first 2 years, and then year 3 was Woodruff after we signed him. 4 and 5 was Gallen, and then Schuster takes it home in year 6 here. That's fun. And then NL Dylan Cease picks up his 3rd. All right. So 2 of our former White Sox taking home hardware in the NL. Then we've got batting title next. Vlad just behind in that. Reliever of the year. Man, Crochet finished runner-up. I guess I can understand that. This dude's ERA was a lot better. Rookie of the year. No Jeremy Bench. Really. I mean, this guy definitely popped off. 26 homers, 302 as a rookie. Oh yeah, I guess I should explain that a little bit. Mr. MLB White Sox there. The era has changed in this March to October universe. It is an offense heavy environment. So at this point, like, I think actually no pitchers had an under 3 ERA. So like a 4 ERA at this point is like, it's like solid. And I think I agree with you too, Moss James. I think Cy Young and MVP could definitely take more into account to make it make more sense. And I wish pitchers could win postseason awards too. I don't know why that doesn't happen. Oh, this dude looks familiar. I think he was a top draft pick like the season before. Hank Aaron Award goes to Juan Soto. And then we're on to Gold Gloves. I think somebody won it. I think I saw, was it Montgomery would have won it? Let's see. Wow, Andres Jimenez just sweeping up this award. Same with Michael Garcia. And then, yeah, Colson Montgomery won the Shortstop Gold Glove Award when he played third base this year. Simply because of the fact that his player is listed as a shortstop. There's no nuance to it. Left field, nobody for us. Luis Robert winning it again in center field. That's fun to see. And Fletcher, I think that's his 3rd Gold Glove award for us. Yeah, and I just spoiled that he also won Silver Slugger. But yeah, 3 Gold Gloves for Dominic Fletcher. He was like, never thought he was going to be as good as he ended up being. Silver Slugger goes to Jake Berger as DH. So now that's, I think actually it goes back another year before Hayes that we won it. Because I think last season, I remember with Carpenter saying that's 3 straight years where 3 different DHs have won the Silver Slugger for me. Catcher obviously goes to Leo Sierra 3 years in a row. Vlad wins it again for first base 3 years in a row at least. Actually, I think we've confirmed, yeah, he's won it every year in this March to October. 6 years in a row of winning Silver Slugger. Nobody for second, third, short, and then outfield. Fletcher, oh yeah, we saw that. I said I spoiled it, and then I forgot that I spoiled it. So yeah, Fletcher taking home Gold Glove and Silver Slugger, and that does it, guys. That's all the awards. And I think you're right, Blue. I think Eloy did win it in 2026, and he might have even won it the seasons before too. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the White Sox March to October finished on MLB The Show 24. The longest I've ever made it into a March to October. 6 full seasons, 6 World Series rings in a row.